and also Greg Antonakos and John Vitale in the first round on table number 4. So the two main matchups are all set up. I'm going to go out there real quick, just go over a couple clerical things with them, and then we are going to get started. So please hang tight, start sharing, and let's get those comment sections rolling. We're going to talk in just a little bit. I'll be back in one moment. All right, we are back, guys. Just wanted to make sure that Greg and John knew which side of the score to update for me for table number 4. Of course, doing a 2-table system is a whole new deal, but that's all right. I just want to thank everybody who is joining the stream now. We got a bunch of people who are dropping in on the stream right now, and thank you guys so much for all of that. I want to thank our sponsors really, really quickly before we get going here, just to let everybody know who the awesome people are that are sponsoring the Sharkstream Invitational, sponsoring this event, sponsoring the Sharkstream in general. I have a great guest in the booth with me right now, Mr. Andy Gow. He is on the stream. Andy, you are good. Your microphone is up. You're
hi, everybody.
good to talk.
Oh, it's Bobby Hilton coming in.
Yep. Ow.
I just came in to say hi.
They're all lagging right now, so we're ready to go.
All right, let's go. We are ready to go. The Sharkstream Invitational is on, guys. We got players playing already. I believe John Ortiz may have already broken.
Yeah.
My apologies for the score. Yeah.
Where's your laptop?
We're getting ready to lag right now.
Yeah, it's not needed. So we just got the players practicing right now. I've got to update the scores anyways because it's not 9-6. This is a race to 11, just so you guys know. Race to 11. And both players are going to get ready to go. We're going to pop into both matchups on and off, so you'll be able to see that.
Table 4?
Yeah, this is table 8 right here, and we
Yeah.
got table 4 as well. So.
Yeah.
Table 4 is lagging
It's
right
just-
now, I believe.
Yep, table 4 is lagging right now. We'll zoom in on that.
There it is.
Looks as though Greg Antonakos has won the lag. So,
He will break.
alrighty, he will break. All right, let's get started.
All right.
Shut the door for me. How we gonna
Have fun, guys.
do this?
You're going to be in here. You'll be better come back.
No.
Don't
Yep.
go too far, Andy.
I'm over here.
Okay.
All right, so they're both practicing right now. I don't think either of them have actually really lagged just yet. I think they're just messing around at the moment, but we can tell both the players they can get started whenever they want. So.
Yeah, I just told everyone out there, everybody go, just someone go over the rules with you guys, so you guys
Yes.
know. I'm sure we did. First, most important, the biggest rule is you have to share the stream. So
Yeah.
once you do that, after that, these guys are playing a race to 11, 9-ball, call the 9-ball. 3 safe rules a loss. You can push out after the break.
Jump shots are allowed.
Jump shots and jump cues are allowed. And again, rack your own. We are no pattern. Well, you can pattern rack, but the 2-ball has to be in the back. So you can rack however you want, as long as the 1 is in front, 9 in the middle, and 2 in the back.
How we doing, Bart, Jose Concepcion, Michael I'm sorry, not Michael Loveland, Mike Wolke, Dave Loveland. Thank you guys so much for joining in. We got 27 people on the stream right now. It's looking good out there.
Looking good, looking good. Share, share, share. We really need you to share. This is going to be a major event. We got, 11:30. Guess who walks in?
Who
Tommy
walks in?
Jr. How about that?
Tommy Seminara Jr.
Tommy Seminara, a Connecticut legend, obviously. Big money player. We might get him to come down and talk a little bit.
Maybe.
And this is, and everybody's complimenting us, Timmy. They're saying we're doing big things, and I know we're trying to do what we can, but I'm very impressed with the accolades we're getting from the people. I mean, it's just the pool players are really impressed with this event. And I hope it goes as well as we got it planned, because it seems like with the time schedules and the matchups, it's going to be really exciting. Really exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying what we've been seeing here. Looks like John Vitale is making short work of his first rack. I can't tell if he's actually playing or not. We'll know in just a moment.
I would think so, because they did lag.
Yeah. And Ryan Cullen and John Ortiz are just about getting ready to go. Judging by my preview, it looks as though Ryan has won the lag. So we're going to finish out this first rack here with John and Greg. John looks like he's on the run out, so let's go. They can go. They can go. They can go whenever they want. Yep. Alrighty. John already on the run, so.
And don't
John's
forget, this is
playing
going to be
well.
something a little different for Timmy and I. We have
Yeah.
2 tables to narrate,
Yeah.
and we're going to do our best to do them both. And it's not going to be a 1-1-2 deal, but it's going to be a. I guess I don't know what do you think our strategy is going to be with this, Tim? We're going to go towards whoever's running the rack and people most
try to
action.
Try to go where it is. I mean, player breaks are going to be in there. John's on the run out there, so we'll see if he shifts his beat. He might still be practicing.
I'd be shocked if he is, because I mean they lagged. Once you lag, that's the match.
Yeah, that's true, but
So
look
been
at that.
down.
I think
Oh,
he's
maybe
waiting.
not.
I think
I
he's
guess-
waiting. So
Well, we know Greg is a little bit of a talker. Real nice guy. He's definitely a little bit of a talker, which is awesome.
here we go. Here's the official lag. So
There we
just
go.
to double check, you made sure that you let them know that they're all good to go, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So we're all set there. All right, you were gonna buy John the Calcutta, but you missed the boat. Yeah, he went for cheap too. So, I mean, there we go. We got Mark Kalungian. Mark Kalungian saying hi. So we got a bunch of people. Mark's gonna pop on in. Of course, the
on in, Mike.
owner of Pool Table Magic. He's jumping in the tournament too. He's got a big match later.
One of the sponsors.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, we got one of the sponsors. Mark Kalungi, say hi.
How we doing, Mark? Go ahead. You're
Good,
to
good.
go.
How you
Mic
doing,
is on.
Tim? How you doing, Bobby? It's great to be here. The
right,
room looks
appreciate
great.
that.
Everybody's excited.
Yep.
I think so. We really got a good class here. I mean, the amount of accolades that between you and Greg and I mean everybody, you could say the accolades. It's just amazing what we won over the last years between everybody, the players in this event. It's unreal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great field. I think it's going to be a lot of exciting matches. I think there's going to be a few surprises. And
I hope there is.
it's,
I do want to see that. I want to see some sweaters, I want to see some people down by 3 and thinking they're favored. Like, all right, I'm still going to win this, That's what I'm hoping for.
It's definitely what you want. I'm just trying to adjust the brightness just a tad here so that we can see
All right.
a little bit on the outside. But
We got Ryan Cullen breaking from the right side. Obviously, he racked himself. Does make the wing ball, first shot. One ball is a little tricky.
yeah,
Didn't line up by the pocket.
yeah, that's a rough start for him. So, you definitely want to. It's not just making the wing ball too. You want to control the cue ball. You want to make sure that you have that shot on the one ball. So
The speed of the break, you can't just smash them with the magic rack because you know where that cue ball's going.
yeah, a lot
Very
of players,
true.
a lot of
Very
players
true.
turn into the soft break.
Yeah.
So, only downside here for Ryan. I mean, it's not that he can't do something with this. It's just he's got to make sure that he
Decides to
he's gotta
push
try
out.
Push out. So he didn't want to be over a ball and try to play the shot. Jacob Morin, thank you so much. This is table number 8, Joanne. You'll notice that table number 4. I can actually switch to table number 4 right now. Table number 4 will always be the 3/4 view. It'll always be the diagonal view that you're seeing there. Looks like John is eyeing up a 1 ball right now. So we'll get him on that shot. We'll check that match and checking on that match just a little bit later. For right now, Ryan is over a ball. Looks like John tried to play safe. 41 people watching the stream. Remember, anybody who's on the stream, share that stream. Support Pool, especially the Sharkstream Invitational. Share it to all your groups. I got to share it to all my groups now, too.
Yeah,
now that I think about it. So if you haven't done that, share it to your groups.
So, Mark, what do you think about the whole magic rack? I mean, obviously, when we were playing as kids, there was no such thing as a magic rack.
No, there wasn't. The magic rack is something new. It's a solution to what I consider a negative problem.
Oops.
The trust factor, the issues where there were so many players out there that you just couldn't trust. They were fooling with the balls, making false spaces, making balls lean as opposed to frozen. And there is a difference between balls that are frozen, balls that are touching, and balls that are leaning. It's a subtle difference, but it makes a difference in terms of what happens where those 9 balls go.
Yeah, little gaps in the rack matter.
And
Absolutely.
especially as a straight pool player like yourself, you know how to play those angles and would understand a lot more than the average person how those angles and what you're talking about, if not frozen into an angle, make a big difference on the rack.
Absolutely. Bobby,
So-
that's absolutely correct. Unfortunately, what's happened is a lot of guys have tried to win or lose the games just by the way they rack the balls. Now, in the old days, a little bit of that was going on, but for the most part, the game was honorable. You wanted the best. You wanted your opponent to play his best possible game, so that it brought out your best game, so that when you won, you knew you won.
Just like in the Hustler, right?
Just like in the Hustler. That's exactly right.
So while we've got Ryan on the table here, we'll go over just a couple little fun facts. Ryan, we got player profiles that are going to be coming a little bit later. We've got all the pictures that are set in. We'll just go over kind of where he's going. He's shooting with the Predator SP2, the black and gray edition. For those of you that are curious what it looks like, a 12.4 Revo Kamui Black soft tip. He's been playing about 20 years. Just got second in the blue felt. Went toe to toe with Mike DeShane for about 9 racks before Mike finally turned on the Jets and walked away with it. He's 5-time consecutive U.S. amateur finalist. In fact, I believe he got ninth. His ninth is his
I
best
believe
finish.
he got ninth twice. He got 9th through 12th,
Yep.
I believe, in Florida.
And he also is the reigning New England 9-ball Series Players Champion. That was the event held here.
Double dip Lucas in the finals.
Yep, and he also got third in the New England 9-ball Series finale. I was happy I had him in the Calcutta that year. John Ortiz down on the table now. A few fun facts for him as well. Calling his home out of US 1 Billiards. Also shooting with his Paul Finelli Q, Jacoby Ultra Pro shaft with a G2 soft tip. Been playing about 25 years. For those of you who don't know John, he's pretty well known in Connecticut. He took down a Predator Tour event, and he also won multiple events on the East Coast Pool Tour, formerly run by Sal Bevilacqua.
You remember the East Coast
Yeah,
Pool Tour, right? You had a lot of events in your room, I
My
believe.
very first competitive tournament ever was the East Coast Pool Tour
Yeah.
event. It was at US 1. I foolishly attempted. I was in the hot seat. Foolishly attempted to face Andy Downs at one of his heights, and Andy goes, "You want to play the game?" He goes, "You want to split?" And I go,
John
"No."
Ortiz
I go,
taking
"No,
the
I'm
first
gonna-
rack.
I go, "No, I'm gonna play it." He beat me 6-0 the first rack. After that, he goes, "Do you want to split or not?"
I think you split at that point.
Yeah, I split. I said, "Yeah, we're good." He goes, "Yeah, there's a lesson for you. Split next time."
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's check in on table 1 and table 4.
One of the things we're trying out, we don't want a splitter today, and there will be no splitting. I mean, if they do with the cash after themselves, but we are playing for a champion. We want a Sharkstream Invitational first champion, so they will be playing the finals, and that will be a race to 13, and that'll be Sunday night.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we do have the Sharkstream shirts that have come in. I've already got mine on. Bobby's got his on.
$40,
And I'll tell you, they look awesome.
of that, 10% goes to the Sharkstream, so we're taking $4 a shirt. It's going to go back to the Sharkstream. How unfortunate! A little too hard on that. See that? Game of inches.
Those little rolls are going to.
That's a
turn the match
4.5
one way
by
or another.
9 table, and he got messed up by an inch, 2 inches. Unbelievable. Nice hit. Oh, you might go in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It's in.
Oh. Table 4. That's not the tight table, so that
This
happens.
is no picnic here.
Nope, definitely not. He's happy he's on the table, I'm sure, after that leave you left him, but definitely no. Obviously, these are regulation pockets. They are not the tight table on table 4.
But with this particular shot, pocketing the ball is not the issue. It's controlling that cue ball to avoid the scratch.
Yes, definitely.
You're worried about the 2 rail scratch cross, or
And he made it.
there he does. Nice recover.
All right, so Greg is up 1-0. So we're going to do our best to try to keep in with both tables. You are going to notice that when I go back to table 4 that the scores are not going to be accurate. I'm going to have to update them as I come back to table 4 as well. We'll send it back over to the center table here, table 8, and we'll take a look at
John
what
Ortiz looks like
be-
he made a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your room doing, Mark, with the whole COVID thing this year? You guys obviously you made it through, which is great. And we got any big plans going on? What are we going to do? Let's keep the sport growing, man.
Yeah, well, what you're doing here is fantastic. I mean, all the players at Euro Billiards, the few times that I've been here, all the players are enthusiastic. They love what they're doing, and they obviously idolize you and Tim for what you've done, what you put together in this program. I think is going to be a real stepping stone for pool in New England.
That's what I'm hoping. I mean, I think we have 3 of our players out of Yale Billiards out of 16.
Something like that.
3,
Yeah, I
maybe
think so.
4. I mean,
Yeah,
that,
there might be a
that like
fourth.
you said, that's there's players from Rhode Island here, New York, some other pool rooms in Connecticut, and that's what it's all about. We want to grow the sport, but we want to make players accessible, because Timmy and I were talking, like, I'm sure you remember when you were younger, you were either a hot shot or a middle. I was a middle of the road guy when I first started. And the A players, you're always intimidated by them a little bit. You didn't want to go up to them. You didn't want to talk to them. You know what I mean? They were like on a pedestal.
Oh,
We're bringing the pedestal down to the people so people can understand what they're all about and give a little information about them,
I mean,
These guys are human too, guys. So
a lot of the guys are willing to share knowledge. In my day, we didn't have the videos, we didn't have the internet. Now you just punch a few buttons on a keyboard.
You know everything
and,
about them.
and you can not only about the player, but how to shoot a particular shot.
Mm-hmm.
The way we learned was if you wanted to learn how to play, you had to match up and you had to gamble or play for something, whether it was a coffee.
I was
Had to
going to
put
say, I
something
lost
on it.
money. That's how I learned.
Right. That's 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And so
I've
it's
still got
changed,
the sheet up
so-
there, so that's why.
What's that?
I've still got the sheet for the players up there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Still have that. That's why I just put that down
Alright.
there. I'm gonna leave. You can leave it down if you want. It's no big deal. Doesn't hurt anything.
The
But you're right. It's
Well,
easy
now-
access to information.
accessibility information, and you're getting a lot of opinions from a lot of people worldwide. It's not like just in your local pool room or
Right,
when
you get
get in your
snooker
car and
players.
drive
You get the
somewhere.
Chinese people with the Chinese table. I don't know if you played in one of those yet.
I have not.
I did at the expo, and oh my
Yeah, they're
goodness,
tough,
it's
man.
real tough. They're snooker pockets, and it's just regulation balls almost, and it's real tough. It's
Yeah,
not-
that
it's
makes it
not.
difficult,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
not easy. I'm sure you played snooker, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a tough game.
yeah, so
the
it's-
small balls, you get a larger ball.
yeah, larger ball. Yeah, it's not easy
Much
for sure.
more difficult.
Oops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Realize that.
So, tell us a little about your room. Where is it? How many tables you got? Do you offer food? You got drinks?
Well, Pool Table Magic, we're located in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. I opened up that location in 2005. I've got 11 tables in the main pool room. I've got a private room with 2 tables in it for corporate parties and functions, which has been closed throughout COVID, but it'll get reopened shortly.
It's time. Yep.
Full bar, full kitchen. We do a lot of food. Food's really good. I'm not saying it because I own the place, but food's
People
really
tell
good.
you. People tell you.
me,
Don't hesitate. Plug it up. It's fine.
Well, thank you, Tim.
We're equal opportunity here.
Oh, very lucky for John Ortiz on that shot.
I
He
think-
missed it and got a nice roll.
I think Ryan can still spin into this ball too. I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan's got to be able to play this ball just a little bit.
So yeah, you owned a pool room for a long time. You now 5. You had another one before that, I believe, in Connecticut and
Well,
Windsor.
this is
Enfield.
what, 2021?
Yeah.
The first pool room I opened up in 1988, and that was in Enfield. I was there from 88 to 98 for 10 years, and I had 15 tables. We did sodas and candy bars and
Yeah.
small snacks. And in 99, I moved to East Windsor, Connecticut, and I was there
In the
for
drink there.
7 years, and then we opened up Windsor Locks.
Oh, it's pretty awesome that you made it through because, as you know, over the years you've seen pool halls come and go.
A lot of
we're,
them,
We're one of
yeah.
the few that made it. So hopefully now we can make it expand and make it better for everybody, make it bigger.
I think the
Sure.
important thing is to, and I've been saying this all along for years, is that you got to work as a team. We are not competitors. We are in the same business, and we can motivate and support and generate and just get the interest in pool for everybody.
I agree.
That's
agree.
one of the biggest things that pool. I mean, we've got our own niche, but you have to be able to expand to the world.
Absolutely.
And that's the one thing. There's a lot of things that pool has had to do to clean up
Oh, a
the
little
opinions
fast,
of
John.
old.
Exactly.
John's
he's
got a
good.
tough shot here. It should be natural though.
It's going to go
Just come
back and
right off here
across.
and just
Yeah.
Yeah,
one right across
exactly.
right there.
Oh,
like that.
Short. He's short.
But yeah, absolutely. And one of the things you just said, like about
Oh no, we missed the 9 ball.
It
That
looked
would have been
like you see
2-0.
his hand. Look, the back of his hand, like kind of moved side to side a little bit on that.
Did he
He
win?
went like weird. It was
Well, I'll tell you what that shows. A lot of these guys, strategy is going to become a big part
Here
of
it
it.
is. You'll
If you-
get to see it right here.
yeah.
you
See how
got-
it was
yeah.
like he definitely punched
Wiggled
it.
a
Like
little bit.
yeah.
If you go back to the first shot after the first rack, he could have shot at the 1, but he chose to play a defensive shot. And I think people are going to play on the defensive side
Yeah.
in order to. Strategy is going to become a big part of this
Yeah.
whole tournament.
And he missed it. And he missed it on the pro side too. I mean, you look at the shot the way that he looked at it. I mean, judging by that, it just tried to play safe there, just kind of set it back. So John's gonna have a chance at this one though. Looks like he's going to be cutting this in, spin it in with a little bit of right-hand spin, and that puts him up 2-0. All right, so Mark, how you like the booth, huh? I know we've been
Great
talking the last
job.
5 minutes, but
This is great. This is great.
yeah, be able to hear. Actually, give you the opportunity. Go ahead, throw those on. You can actually hear hear what it sounds like as it's going through. So,
Oh, interesting.
isn't it nuts? You hear your own voice, throws you off, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we've had to get used to doing this as well. Let's head over to table 4 real quick, see what's going on with Greg Antonakos. Looks like he's won a second rack, so he's up 2-0 right now. Well, like I said, we're going to be bouncing in between both of these racks. Let's check in and see what this rack's got to offer while John and Ryan are racking up on theirs. 3-ball here. It's pretty much a roadmap. Don't really see too much issue. Greg's trying to make short work of this set. I'd love to know if he ended up breaking and running the second rack as well. Be nice to know if he was on a 2-pack here too. You know, I think that we're going to see a lot of that too. You know, these players they're going to start as soon as they get used to these tables. We're going to start seeing these players putting packages together left and right.
I think so, Tim. Yeah, because they're going to get comfortable, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ease into it, and their game's going to really shine.
That was a pretty shot right there. That was a really good shot.
Talking with Greg earlier before his match, he's pretty excited about this. He was really happy to be invited and be a part of it. And I'm sure when he gets back to New York, he'll share the experience with players that he knows, and we'll do this again soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun to have him. I mean, just in the little bit that I've talked to him, it's been nice to talk to him and just kind of, pick his brain about little things and stuff like that. I mean, I've really enjoyed just getting to know all the players as well. I mean, there's a lot of these players that you guys know that I never met because of the age that I came up in. I mean, I've only been playing now for about 10, 15 years, so a lot of the older crew, I didn't really know, to be honest.
So now I'm old.
Well, you're not old. You're not
Yeah,
old.
I am.
You are old skill, as I like to call it, old skill.
You get over 60, things change. Yeah, that's a nice run for Greg.
Yeah, he's up 3-0 here. All right, we'll switch back over to table 4, see where the action's going. See the action going on table 4 over here. Looks as though John is looking for Ryan's looking for the 1-ball. Got an open shot on it. Everything's pretty open. He just needs to control the rock here to get to the 2. Just play safe right on the 8. That's a pretty shot. See, that's the things that I like to see, coming from these players too, is that, every single one of these players in this tournament is going to be a killer. They know when to play safe, they know when to play the shot, and you're not going to see too many mistakes on both their parts. Ooh, well, speaking of mistakes.
Yeah, that could, that playing that safety it's a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Now his balls are out, they're open. He's going to play his 1, get his cue ball center table.
Yep.
Or thereabouts. Come across for the 3 and the 5, and then getting from the 5 to the 6 isn't a problem.
And that's the thing, you've I'm sure there's been many a rack that you've run in the past. What would you say, when you have a situation like this? You're down 2-0, you get ball in hand. What for a lower skill level player, what's the best piece of advice, when you're in the middle of a run out like this, you need to claw a run out to get back?
If it's early in the rack and you're a younger player and you're not used to running the 8 or 9 balls, I would say play safe, play a smart safe. You're not going to run all 8 or 9, or odds are against you that you will. So
Yeah.
play the safe, see what your opponent does. If he gives you ball in hand, then run another 2 or 3. If you can continue the run to get out, do it. If you can't, play another safe. Just play smart.
Yeah. So it's not always you see it all the time. You see it all the time with the high level players. You see a lot of big run outs. They'll take some chances, but low level players might need to use their head a little bit more.
Exactly. And the other thing is they want to build up their experience. In other words, they watch the top players play and they say, oh my God, they make it look so easy. I can do that.
Yeah.
And you can lull yourself into thinking your skill level is beyond your means.
Yeah.
So you want to develop your skills in that if you can run 2 or 3, run 2 or 3, then play safe.
Yep.
And after a while, then that 2 or 3 is going to become 3 or 4 or 4 or 5. And then before you know it, you'll be running the entire rack.
A little tough shot here for Ryan. He got himself a little bit short of where he wanted to be. It's natural to get to the 7, but he's still got to make this ball. Stacy Bowser, thank you so much for watching. Oh, good shot there by Ryan. Another tough one coming, but at least he got by the 6.
A lot of these young players are such good shot makers that they play position wider, more open.
Mhm.
They're not afraid of the long shots. They're not afraid of the thin cuts. Whereas 40 years ago, we played a tight position game. We
Yeah, the shape zone was very tiny for pool back then.
yeah,
You know, now the shape
It's a
zones
different
are
game.
monstrous,
right.
monstrously big.
And they're just fearless. I mean, if they can see that ball, chances are they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary.
John plays a really nice safety there. Little two rail end-to-end safe. You know, just getting some distance on the ball too. That's a good way to get you an opportunity to at least see the table again. You know, I don't expect that Ryan's gonna take this shot on here. I feel like he's gonna try to play some end-to-end safe left or right here, and just try to leave some distance as well. He's actually gonna end up leaving John a shot here because I think John will probably go for this.
Yeah.
So, you know, those are good ways though. Again, you're watching these players, take notes. You know, if you're a player who's watching this to gain a nugget of knowledge, you just gain the nugget right there. If you don't have the shot, you don't like the shot, can't play safe, create distance. Make it long, make him bank it. Make him do something that he wouldn't like to do.
Overcut that one. And that's easy to do. That's a very missable shot.
Yes.
Even for the top players. So keep that in mind. And when you get a little pressure on, which there is, we're talking about you're playing an invitational match, 16 top players. All these guys are killers, but you know what? They get nervous too,
Yes.
just like everybody else.
You know, when you got two players that are playing each other that are both equally matched, equally skilled, you know, you've got it's like playing anybody that you feared. You know, you're always a little bit tighter. That elbow doesn't really move with the same grease. You know, you get a little screwy. I'll tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've played somebody who I thought I could beat and played flawless. Can't tell you how many times I played somebody who I thought I couldn't beat and couldn't make a ball. You know, it's just
You're on table 12, Mark.
I am? Okay. Thanks so much for the time. Tim, good luck. Good luck to these guys. Bobby, thanks again.
You got it. Good luck getting on the
enjoy
list.
your practice, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Table 12. Oh,
Yep. Give it to the front row.
Alrighty, so 62 people watching, and Ryan's in a pickle. He needs this to go. He needs this to get 2-1. Don't you worry, Greg. We'll get you in there. I see Greg Antonakos. I think he's on the stream saying, "Hey, show more Antonakos." Don't worry, we'll get you in there as soon as we get through this rack. We'll shift over to table 4 for a minute and show more of that match as well. It's a key ball here for Ryan. Ryan needs this to get up on the board. Currently, he's down 2-0 to John. John made the first 2 racks.
Definitely a big rack here. Bobby Hilton back.
Ooh,
Nice
big
cut by
there.
Ryan.
Gotta
Love
love
watching these players. They don't give up and they play strong, man. Love it. Love it. Love it.
There you go.
All right, let's see what Greg's doing.
Yeah.
Greg, what you doing, Greg?
Let's see what he's doing. Last I checked, he was running out.
Okay.
So,
I hope he doesn't have his earpiece in and listening. He should be paying attention to the rack in the games.
he's up 3-0 right now.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You gotta hit the cue ball first. Oh, there you go. He's aiming. All right, let's go. Let's see what Greg's got. Shooting the 4 ball.
Yep, that is the 4. Just gotta play nice and soft. He's hooked on the 9 ball though.
Yeah.
That is the one
So
thing.
this is
that
no
he's
easy shot.
missing.
No easy shot. Looks like he was just kind of trying to play it safe.
Oh, he's in the drink though.
Oh, not good. Not good. All right, John Vitale trying to get on the board here, just like Ryan, down a couple racks, so all 3 racks, trying to get back on the board. Wow, guys, you guys are awesome. 61 views already at noontime. I can imagine the late one's going to be even bigger. But please share the stream. If you guys can donate, we appreciate it. We're putting everything
definitely
back into there. We might get another camera for table 4, and we're upgrading equipment, and obviously putting a lot of time here, so we really appreciate it. We have the PayPal, Sharkstream at yahoo.com. Cash App is at the Sharkstream, and we have Venmo at the Sharkstream. So.
And in case you guys are curious, just so you know, the as you notice all around the side of the all around the side. You don't see as many sponsors on this particular page. That's because we are offering space or sponsorship up on this side of the page as well. So for
If
those
you want to
of you who
get,
are
if
curious,
you want your logo up there, you want to become a Sharkstream sponsor, let me know. We will hook you up. I already have at least one more set up, and we are going strong. We are on a YouTube channel, Yale Billiards YouTube channel. John Vitale trying to get on the board here. I don't see any issues with the 6-ball.
that shouldn't be much of an issue here.
Yeah, oh, a little. I think he's good. Nice shot. Little hard. He's gonna have to put some spin on this to get position for the 8-ball here. Got a donation from my friend Eric,
Nice.
out in Florida. He
Eric Archer?
yes,
His name? Yes, I saw that. Thank you so much
That's
for that.
my buddy. He's my bartender at my timeshare. And,
Nice.
big pull advocate. Oh, nice shot by Vitale. Look at the spin he put on that ball. He cut the ball and he put the reverse so it didn't go crazy. Very nice.
That's a great
But
shot.
yeah, Eric Archer was the man. He wanted to bet last night in a Lucas match. He was going to take Dave Gavish and he fell asleep.
Oh,
So,
no.
Seeing how he would have lost 20 to me anyway, he decided to donate to the Sharkstream, which I appreciate. That's awesome. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
very
really-
much for your donation.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. All right, Vitale on the board, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I like his odds.
All right. Man, this is some good pool. I mean, these guys, they're really not missing. Definitely not the easy shots, you know. Everybody misses. They miss the hard shots, but if it's there, they're taking it. They're taking
right.
it. Oh, Ortiz is running out here.
Yep. Head back over to Ortiz to get this matchup while we're there.
Rob Dolan is watching. I know he's rooting for his horse Ryan. Ryan down 2-1 right now. He needs to get it going. Oh, watch out.
Get out of the drink.
Watch out. Oh, no.
And just like that, Ryan Cullen is going to be.
Rob Dolan's a little happy right there, too.
Yeah.
And gives the rack away. 2-2. Just like that. And that's something there where Lucas had a similar shot. He was playing a gentleman from Mexico the other day, and he had a very similar shot. And he didn't scratch, but he didn't play the position he needed to get out on the rack. It's not an easy shot when you have that big angle. You know, you either have to put reverse to cut it or put a lot of spin, and then it really takes off on you. So it's not simple.
Yep, no, not at all. So let's head back over to Greg's match here. We're going to give you some fun facts for the two players over here. Of course, Greg Antonakos, he's coming all the way from New York, Gallery Billiards. He's shooting with a Southwest Predator Revo 12.4 shaft with a Victory soft tip. He's been playing just about 40 years plus. A two-time Joss Northeast tournament winner.
Strong.
Took 7th, 8th in the Turning Stone Classic about 6 or
Strong.
7 years ago. How about this one? This is an interesting one. Won 2 events put on by Lucky Strike Cigarettes for pool bowling. Pool bowling. If you guys have never played it, look it up. Pool bowling. It's played 10-ball style, and I believe you get the break and then 2 shots to make your strike and your spare. You can look up the rules for that. He also won a qualifier event for the Camel Pro Tour and played on the Camel Pro Tour for a little while as well.
Wow. Very nice.
John Vitale, coming from Gold Crown Billiards, shooting with his Madden Q. Predator 12.9 Revo with a Kamui medium with the clear tip. He's been playing about 40 years as well. When he was a junior, took 9th in the Junior World Open in New York. He also took 2nd in the Connecticut State Championship, the old one before the one that Rax Billiards was putting on, the Valley
Yep.
Open there. Took 3rd in the New Hampshire State Championship. I'd love to know the 2 people that beat him, because I know one guy from New Hampshire, a really strong player.
And ask him, I'm sure he'll remember.
And took 4th place in the European Air Force Championships when he was in the service. He was stationed overseas. So, just so you're curious, you know who won that event? A little not so known player named Oliver Ortman.
Not so known,
Yeah,
huh?
not so known.
All right.
Yeah,
Get
great
ball in
player
hand
there.
off the break. He's stuck on that 3-ball. Pretty tough. Pretty tough.
It looks like he's just gonna have to spin away from this. He's gonna try to hit it with some draw and some inside to force it in. Oh, look at that! He hit that perfectly.
just like that.
That was a really good shot.
All right, Greg, trying to speed it up. Trying to catch a gear here. Up 3-1. My friend Carl Bard is watching. How you doing, Carl, out there? Rob Dolan giving shout out. I got plenty of faith in Ryan. Win or lose, he's still a strong player in a class act.
Yeah, for sure.
That he is. This is a tough shot here. His ball's tied up. He's got to play it safe. I don't think he has a crazy bank error or anything weird he can do. I see a couple opinions here on the going back and forth. Obviously, this is our first tournament with the 2 cameras. It's unique, and we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. I don't think there is going to be an absolute perfect way, but guaranteed we will probably go back to the other tables as big things are happening.
Such as this 8-ball and this 9-ball here. I'm actually keeping an eye on both tables at the same time, or trying to, so that I can keep the score updated.
Is there any way we can do that, and so it's printed live?
I can't do both at the same
Okay.
time, no, unfortunately.
But this is pretty exciting too, because if any of you guys ever watch March Madness on CBS, you know what they do is when the games are getting tight or close games, they would switch back and forth, and I think it's really exciting because with Timmy keeping an eye on it, like now obviously Ryan runs a rack. Instead of us talking, you get to go right to a different table and see a different match, you know, and the scores are underneath, so you can see the score, you know what's going on. You just have to pay attention a little bit to follow it. That's the key. You can't just, you know, a lot of times people watch it and then step aside, and
Yeah.
you have to pay attention because you want to see who's playing who.
For me too, I have to pay attention to what's going on with Table 8 because Table 8 doesn't have its scoreboard that's there. Unfortunately, these scoreboards don't update on their own. I wish I had a switcher where the players could update their own, but that is very sophisticated equipment that I unfortunately don't have the money for. I know it exists. It's just really, really hard to do it via an app. I'm pretty sure the at the U.S. Open, Matchroom had devised a way for the players to score
sure.
themselves that would
Or
actually
somebody there
change their
keeping
scene
score
switcher.
for them to actually click it so that you don't have to do the live stream.
But even then, you know, having it go to all of their stuff
Right.
so that it would stay updated. I mean, that you're talking really sophisticated setups there. Not bad for a single streamer.
No, and rest assured, you know, you see what we're doing. We're going back and forth. We're trying to get you all the action. You know,
Yeah.
the main shots, the key runouts. If we see a tough shot on one angle, hey, we're going to switch it back and forth. But let us know, you know, what you think about that. Oh,
wow,
he
he
was
followed
trying to
that
follow
way
it with a little bit of
forward.
right spin, and he hit it too straight. And I don't see any issues with Greg right here. 3 balls wide open.
Yeah, Greg shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever here. After this rack, we'll go back over to John and Ryan, and we'll watch the conclusion of their rack. Ryan's actually on a run out currently. He's kind of hooked himself on the 3-ball. We'll give you the conclusion of this particular rack here. Go at 4-1, and then we'll head back over and watch what's going on with Ryan and John. Of course, Ryan and John on our main table, so I will keep an eye on them as much. But I also don't want to cheat Greg and John's supporters out of being able to see him on the stream as well. Good
Right.
shot there by Greg.
And as you can see, you're not missing anything on any table. No matter which table we go to, there's magnificent play. I mean, everybody's just making these key shots, and fantastic.
There we go. 4-1 to Greg. Let's
And
head back
Nick
over
Marino, oh, nice job, guys. I don't know if it's senior or junior, but he just won a Q, so he's probably feeling a little happy. He won the raffle last night, number 15. Nice job by Nick.
He's
Nice
very
job by
happy to
Nick.
be
Nice
back.
Predator Q.
Look at this. Ryan
Oh,
didn't get out.
ball
I said
hand.
Ryan was hooked. He didn't get out of that, unfortunately. So John's got 5 balls here to run out. Run out this particular.
I think the
rack.
first shot is the hardest. Get 3 to the 5. After that, he's good.
Yeah, I mean, you might even. I mean, the 4-ball's right there too. So
Yeah.
you know, you just have to get on the 4. Question is, will he play it soft? He'll just play the run out.
You know, here's the shot right here. 4 to the 5.
He's over a ball too.
Yep.
That's rough. So yeah, we got. I mean, I'm so stoked for all of this to be coming out. You have no clue the stress that I put myself under just this week to make sure everything was all set. I've been taking pictures, running around like a chicken with my head cut off the past couple of days.
Absolutely. All right, nice shot, but he left himself a little tough there. Yeah, the amount of work that's going into, you know, I can't thank Timmy enough for what he's doing, the time and the effort. I mean, as everybody knows, I'm not a computer guy. I'm not doing nothing with the computer. You know, I'm calling people, you know, collecting the money for the tournaments and doing scheduling and stuff like
He's
that.
directing traffic.
And that's my thing, yeah. And Timmy's the IT guy, and he has a lot of good ideas too. So we're working together, and we're making this thing happen. It's going to be huge. What a great!
Oh my God, he missed
I thought
it.
that was going in, Tim.
That's I mean,
I thought
if that was
going
table
in.
4. It's in.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm so excited about this too. I mean, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that have been. Like I said, Tommy Jr.'s here. We're probably going to get him in the booth a little bit.
That'll be a lot of
I'm
fun.
going to get Bobby Hunt in here, and it's going to be pretty interesting. But the amount of people that have been contacting me saying, you know what, you're doing a great thing. And then again, they always say, we are doing a great thing, because it's both of us. It's a team effort. But, I mean, this is unprecedented. I've been saying before, to have 16 of the top players playing in one field with first prize of over $30-something $100 with the Calcutta.
Yeah,
It's
3,800
fantastic.
total.
Fantastic.
I should mention that, by the way, what the payouts are going to be, as well as we get into this. Looks like looks like Ryan's going to.
While you do that, I'm going to run out. I'm going to grab you a special guest.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, we'll be right back.
If you could grab me a water, that would be awesome as well.
Can you bring your water as well?
Thank you. That would be much appreciated. That way I don't have to leave the booth to go snag it. How about this? 4 racks on the spin for Ryan Cullen. He's up 4-2 on John Ortiz. So let's get to payouts for this. So these 16 players, they all donated $200, I should say. It really wasn't a donation. It was they put $200 in. There were no greens fees taken out. So the total purse for just the player event itself is $3,200. First place, $1,600 to the winner. Second place, getting $1,200. Third and fourth will walk away with a cool $400. In the Calcutta side, first place will take away $2,200. $1,400 for second place, and $350 for both third and fourth. So the players are definitely working for a lot of money here. $3,800 potentially to the winner if the winner bought all of himself in the Calcutta. Oh, tough break there. Ryan's going to be on Ryan's going to have a tough shot on the one. Let's head over here to the next run out. Of course, that's Greg Antonakos. He's still down on the shot. He's looking to go up 5-1 over John Vitale, trying to cruise his way to the next round, and he'll be halfway through if he makes these next 2 balls. How are you, Eddie?
I'm well, Timmy. How are you?
Eddie jumped into the booth. Eddie Eastep. Those of you who are curious who's jumping into the booth right now. Very nice to have you here. How you liking the Sharkstream Invitational so far?
Loving it. All the people out there are just ecstatic.
Just eating it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of spectators out there.
Good.
Still a lot of room for more people to come down, though.
Oh yeah, Dan Menaki, how we doing? You just said the sound might have cut out. What happened there? Are we still good? Just let me know. As far as I know, I think we're still good. I don't have any issue in here that caused me to lose it.
All right, Eddie, we're going to kick you out
Yep.
one more time.
That's fine.
That's
All right.
that's what you get for being one of my best friends. Or you're
They don't see the people that are talking.
no,
No.
they don't see you.
They just
don't
hear
see
you,
you.
Don't worry. If there was a camera in here, you wouldn't break it, Tommy.
Yeah, I probably
Oh,
would.
yeah, no, we got the fan down here if we need to turn the fan on.
No, we
I'm
missed.
good.
It's a little
You missed
warm.
that shot.
So you just talk in the wide open, you got to put a
Yeah.
headset on.
They hear you
No,
everything
you're
you say
good.
Right now?
right now.
Yeah. So
What we have here? Who is our guest right now?
we have in the booth Tommy Seminaro Jr. He's jumped into the booth to chat with us for a little bit. John Vitale is going to get a bit of a break there. Greg missed one right in the hole for him, so it's 4-2 now. 4-2 with Greg Antonakos on the lead. We'll head back over to table 8, see what's going on here. Got a little bit of a safety battle going on.
What do you know about any of these players here, Tom? Any of the old school players in this
Yeah.
round of 4 right now, or?
You know what? John's been around for a while, and he's a good player.
Yep.
And Greg Antonakis, I know him forever. But this whole tournament is a good thing. There's a lot of good players. I can't wait to see Bob Darges. I haven't seen Bob in a long time.
He's
Yep.
a nice guy.
He's
He's
been playing
he's
really
losing
well.
a little weight. He looks good. He's one of the nicest guys for sure.
Yeah, and this is like an old school, new school kind of tournament. You
Yeah,
know,
it is, right? It's connecting
there's,
them both, right?
It really is.
Then you got the Lucas the Killer. 19
Yeah.
years old, phenom.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and this is a good thing. You know, it's. I was excited to come down here today. Since the pandemic, there's not a lot of places to go, and
We definitely got a little lucky with the pandemic, like easing all the restrictions right as we did it. 'Cause we
Yeah,
weren't sure of that.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean, this tournament, we were saying to ourselves, like, it's gonna be really weird seeing all these top players, rolling with all the other things that we have to worry about as well. And the
Yeah,
pandemic
sure.
really put a crimp on putting together a big event. And of course, rightfully so. Doing our best to try to protect people and doing everything that we can. Of course, Yale did everything it could to keep its doors open.
Yep.
So, but now that the restrictions in Connecticut have been lessened, it's really nice to be able to hold these events like this again. John on the run here, tough shot on the floor.
John was up 2-0, and then Ryan's came back, won 4 in a row. I'm sure you played John Ortiz over the years. I'm sure.
Tons. Yeah, a ton of times. I was watching them play a little bit on this table here, and
Yeah.
I noticed one table seems a little bit tighter than the other. Like this
Yeah.
table seems a little bit tighter than
Yeah.
the
Table
one
4.
that Greg is playing on.
And actually that is entirely accurate. Table 4 is the tight box compared to 4 4 1/8 inch pockets on that compared to the 4 1/4s that you're seeing on.
I'm stepping out for a second here, Timmy. We
Yeah.
got another great voice here. Ask these guys questions and
Yeah.
learn all about the game. But make sure you guys talk about the game plan too. So
Yeah.
enjoy.
No problem. So again, we've got somebody else who just jumped into the booth here as well. Bobby Hunt just jumped in the booth. So I am joined by a lot of pool history right here, and it's good to see combination shot that Ryan's looking at right here.
I just got to start off by saying that there's definitely a pecking order in this room here. Bob comes in with this nice frothy little drink, with cherries and everything. I have nothing. I'm sitting here, my throat is dry.
That's all right. I asked him for a water. He didn't bring me one.
I'm here to make sure Tommy tells the truth.
Oh boy. Hey, listen, this is a really small room. No
Yeah.
fisticuffs. I can't get out of the way.
I can't either.
John's got a tough shot here. Looks like he's just going to try to hang on the 9.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
it.
you know what it is? I'm watching these guys play on both sides, and it's they got a little morning rust to them a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, I mean, I know this is not really morning, but for pool players,
This is the
like
morning. Yeah, I mean, for me, getting up for a match at 11 o'clock is not exactly my favorite thing. If I can get to a tournament and I can get through the first couple of matches, I feel a lot better going into the evening if I can catch a stride. But it's
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough being the first matches too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's
you got to set the pace.
it's
You don't
being
wanna-
like the first fight in the boxing card that everyone's
And you don't want to be the first one knocked out of the tournament either.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true. Ooh, John
John missed that
that one. That's unfortunate. He's been looking to he's been trying to kind of claw his way back, especially after we went up 2-0 early in the first game.
Ryan's tough.
Yeah, he does. He
played-
grinds. He
Yeah,
grinds.
he grinds. He plays good. He breaks good. He runs out. I think he got in trouble on that one, though.
I don't think he can see all that.
You know
ball.
what?
That's hard to
He
tell.
might be able to
Nah, he's
do a
looking-
little twisty.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
No,
you're
he's
right.
already
Yeah,
he's already
by
eyeing up the
position, yeah.
7.
Yeah, it looks like he might. The overhead will give us. Yeah, you can see that ball. It's a thin shot, but he can
Yeah.
see it. He should miss the 8 here.
Tell you what, getting on the 7's much harder than making this 5.
He's almost got to
Unless
draw
he-
right back
you
to the
gotta-
8 ball, be over the ball.
Yeah, you got to suck it back.
Ooh, he followed it.
And forward. See, see, that's why I'm not playing in the tournament, because he sees
Yeah.
things I don't.
Well, you had a few options, but
Yeah.
he's there.
Yep.
He's one of the guys I picked to do well in the tournament.
Yeah, he's definitely got a chance. He's been playing really, really
Plays
good.
good.
lately.
He's got a great
Ooh, he tapped
disposition at the table.
He tapped a
Nothing's-
9 though.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't want to move the furniture there though.
At least he left himself pretty easy.
Yeah.
If you have to shoot a bank.
You got to fire this bank here. This is.
Well, I'd be shooting it softer with like a left.
Yeah.
And try to leave the cue ball almost behind the 9. So if you dog it, you get a chance of getting away with it.
Yeah.
And-
Let's see if we see a little Revo magic here.
There's a lot of magic in those shafts.
Well, he slammed
was
it.
wrong,
Wow,
yeah.
he slammed it.
He went hard to try to get
I
around.
tried to leave
Well,
it, like I
You know
said.
what? You got to come with this one.
Yep.
This is a blood test.
Yes. Racking down right here. He's drawing down on it too, right here.
Ooh, look at this.
Find the side.
Get away from the side.
Wow, John had a couple of these. Oof.
That was pretty good.
I'll tell you what,
He can make this ball.
he could, but I know there's a little pressure right now because
Yeah.
it's 4-2, and he went in the side a few times.
I'm gonna say must be a little interest in Tommy. If you've been in the booth, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to jump into the booth at all with anybody else. I know you're good friends with Joe Rogan, and had some chats. But I don't know if you ever were able to sit down and chat with him and something that was something that was ever
not
recorded.
in a booth or not recorded,
Yep.
but a couple times here and there.
He seems like a nice guy to talk to.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. I mean, I remember.
Oh, he missed it.
John.
He missed
Yeah.
it.
See, this is where we're gonna test and see how how the tournament toughness of John Ortiz is right now. Of course, I haven't seen John at too many events around the area. Granted, the pandemic hasn't had too many
He
events.
wouldn't
but-
play with a mask on, so he said he
Yeah.
wasn't going to play.
Yeah, so we'll be able to test his tournament medal here and see if he's seen any rust over the last year and a half. Speaking of rust, it looks as though there's no rust in John's shot here. He's going back to 4-3 if he makes this 9-ball.
I've known him since he was about 18 years old. I sold him that cue.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I was
known since he was a kid.
curious. What do you know about Madden cues?
That was.
I don't know much.
I got it. Oh God, I don't know how long ago.
Yeah.
8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's an underrated cue that plays great. That's really not expensive. That one brand new was only $500,
Really?
but he put the Revo shaft on it recently. That's
Yep.
a nice cue.
Yeah, I asked him. I
That's
asked him
nice.
how he liked it. He said it was definitely a different hit.
500, huh, Bob? I was going to offer him 1,000. Thanks. Now I can only give him 6.
All right, it's 2 games. Yeah, 2 games. Unfortunately for John, where he missed the 9-ball, left it in the pocket for him. And Ryan looks like he broke pretty well here. He's already in the side pocket. He's on the run.
You know, Ryan just won a tournament last month in West Haven.
Yeah,
He plays good.
yeah, he's playing really solid. He got second in the blue
Oh,
felt.
yeah,
He
that one
played
too,
at the shooters. He went 9 games with Mike DeShane before Mike DeShane turned on the afterburners and ran away with it. I mean, that's no disrespect to Ryan. It's just that's what Mike does. Mike, he just turns on the afterburners and
I was surprised.
runs away.
I was surprised they let Mike play in that tournament.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you know what? I mean, the better player in that tournament, it's not easy. You got to give a ton.
But he only had to give in that tournament. When he played against in the finals, he was only getting 1 game.
yeah,
against
he
Mike.
gave
Mike
one game
DeShane
away.
only
He was
had to give
playing
one
Luke.
game.
He played Lucas even in that
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah,
Lucas
they-
played as
they-
an open.
Yeah, Mike is too strong in the
Oh
pocket.
yeah, he should be giving 4 or 5.
He's too strong in the pocket.
Yeah, he makes too many
plays
balls
good.
there for that. And who knows? I mean, and speaking of Mike DeShane, I didn't even think about this. We actually worked something out with Mike DeShane.
I saw something on Facebook.
The winner of the Sharkstream Invitational is going to get one shot. Going to get one shot at him. Race to 20 for a free 500. Winner's going to make the 500.
Is that
so.
going to be tomorrow?
No,
Right,
I think that we'll set up the game for a different
Oh,
day.
I
I don't
see.
know Mike's availability. But as far as I know, we've got it. Plus, I want to set up the. It's going to be an exclusive matchup, so there's going to be 2 specific sponsors who have already donated to it. And they're going to be the only 2 sponsors on the matchup. So
Listen, you
I need
should
to
have
set
him
up
lowered out of the ceiling in a cage, man. You got to meet that monster in the end.
Yeah, that would that would be awesome. I have enough time. I don't have enough time for theatrics at the moment. Oh no, didn't make that.
Yeah,
He didn't
but
leave
this-
the combo though. So
This is huge right here.
yeah, John.
if he
John
doesn't
needs to
get
run
out-
this out.
It's
I don't know if I'd bet on him getting out.
it's tough.
He hasn't shown yet that he's going to do anything.
I'll tell you what, this extra little bit of tightness on
Oh,
this
yeah.
table makes a difference. It'll get you thinking.
Darren Smedick, thank you so much for the $20 donation to the Sharkstream. Much appreciated for that. I am very, very appreciated much appreciated for sending that as well. Thank you so much for donating to the Sharkstream. I'm happy that you're enjoying the content. Oh, don't overdo it.
Well, why would he do that anyhow, Tommy? All he has to do is get to the middle of the table and he shoots
Yeah.
a 7 over here. So what was he doing?
Might be having that thought in his brain. And he needs to get a little more perfect on the balls.
No, I agree with that.
Risky when you're down 3 though. You almost just want to play to
You want to play, just make sure you have a shot.
play to your strengths.
You know, I got to tell you, it's easy back here.
Of
saying
course,
what it's
I could
like
armchair
and this and
quarterback
that.
this all day.
But you know what? If
It'd make him
sometimes
shoot.
it's just pressure. You know, like you got a camera on you. John's old school. You know, we're not used to having cameras
John
on
give
us.
that away?
Yeah.
Yep.
He gave
You
all
know,
3
like-
of those away?
Just knocked him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tommy, you'd love the camera on you. Who are you kidding?
When now though, I don't. You know, I just
Listen, I've seen some of the old images.
Yeah.
Where was that one game? I forget what it was. You posted on your Facebook page. This had to be a couple 3 years ago. You posted it was an old VHS tape. I think it was you playing Jeremy Sosi when he was
Yeah.
a baby of
He was
Milford Rec
probably,
Center.
no, it was at Chicago Billiards. and
Chicago.
He was probably about 15, and at that time, I think I was giving him like 4 games to 7.
Wow.
And he was tough back then too, and but not nearly what he plays now. I mean, 4 games to 7 is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, that, and I had to speed the tape up because look, I love Jeremy, but he even played slow when he was a kid, man. I had to speed it up a little bit. You know?
He's tough.
Yeah, he's definitely a methodical player. I mean, I saw him most recently at the Connecticut Valley Open up at Rax Billiards. And he was playing. Even on a bar table, you could see it's like he was not ready to commit to a shot until he knew every single angle that ball was going to move.
He's not shooting fast.
He needed to see everything before he committed to it. But you know something? This is the hallmark of a good player. Sometimes everybody finds their speed, and when they do. You know, that's sometimes the hallmark of a good player is to be methodical like that. He didn't make any mistakes. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it is,
That's a good
but it's
safety
a much more taxing style than a style like Jason's.
Yeah.
You know, like he just boom, boom, gets up, pumps 2 times, bang, bang. Like there's a lot of energy wasted in thinking so long and all those extra movements and you know, that's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think
I'm a fast player myself. I can tell. I mean, you definitely feel it when you have to slow down how much more mental energy it takes and how much more physical energy. You know, when you're playing a match like that, you get put into this like chess game. That's probably why I'm terrible at one pocket. Because I don't have the energy to think like that.
You're also young.
Yeah.
Young people don't usually go for one pocket.
Look at this, he made it. Oh,
Yeah, he did.
almost made it. Tried to go for the jump.
Sounds like a
It's,
little dejected.
You know, I always feel like pool is a rhythm game, and when I always noticed when I was playing
I think so.
good
When you're
sets,
playing
and
good.
I'm in this rhythm where I don't notice it, but you could. It's 2 strokes shoot, 2 strokes shoot, or it could be 3 or how many ever, but it's not. Larry used to say, "Think long, think wrong." Okay, you sit there and you just sit there thinking, and you're you know, it's just. When you're in stroke and you're in, you know,
It's like
in
Nirvana.
the zone,
Yeah, you're just dead punch.
that's it. Nothing around you exists but the ball in front of you.
Larry,
Isn't that the best zone to be in though?
Larry
I
was
mean,
beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, there's a couple guys out there watching this right now that could come play in this tournament.
yeah.
Like Jimmy Shershot Jr. is out there,
Oh yeah.
and Big Bruce DeFranzo.
Bruce DeFranzo's out there?
Yeah.
he
Oh,
just-
I didn't even know that.
He just got here.
Nice. That's good. Happy to see him in the room.
I think this is invitational. I think that's how they chose the players.
Yeah.
Right.
In
thought
fact,
so.
yeah, I'm not sure if I'd have to check. I think Bobby might have extended it invite to Bruce. Might have. I'm not sure. I didn't ask him. I didn't ask him specifically who he extended the invite to and who he didn't. I just know we had a couple players that we had that we wanted to get in the tournament that even couldn't make it. Phil Davis was one of the players. We wanted to really get him in the tournament too, and he said he couldn't make it. Of course, he's doing big things. He's gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
It's funny. I see all these kids. These guys I think of as kids are having babies now.
Yeah, I know all 3 of the ones
Yeah,
that
from
I
this room.
followed.
They're all-
from this room too. Something in the water, I think.
I remember Tommy coming in the pool when he was about 15, 16 with Robbie Sayers and Mike Abbott.
Oh my, Rob!
You guys were kids.
It's funny.
No,
I
I
ran
gotta-
into
Just,
I ran into Rob. I ran into Rob down at a tournament in Louisiana. I told Tommy about this ways back, but I ran into Rob in a tournament down in Louisiana, and I go, "Hey, Rob, what's going on?" And he kind of didn't know who I was at first. Obviously, he has no reason to know who I was. And I told him, I remember. I saw you were up in Connecticut for a while. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I go, it's funny. I just talked to Tom. He goes, oh, how's he doing? I just talked to him on the phone not too long ago, and that's how Rob and I kind of became friendly.
You know,
we got a lot of stories with Rob.
Rob's, you know, he's got a little baby,
Kid had
and
an
a baby
operation.
has to have an
I
operation.
think yesterday.
And
today.
you know, I wish him and his family the
Yeah.
best. You know,
The baby can't be more than 6 months old,
Really?
oh yeah,
but something was wrong with its heart.
You got Greg.
How's Greg doing on that table?
Greg's up 5-3. He's racking right now. He just went through the next rack. So we're gonna check in on this rack here, and I'll keep an eye on what's going on table 8 right now.
No, I think table 8's getting near the end, isn't it?
Close.
Oh
It's
no, they're going to 11.
yeah, they're going to 11. So, and that's the thing too, is that if this match takes longer than the other one, then we're gonna go full to this table as soon as it's all said and
That's-
done.
That's really neat.
Yeah. I'll just keep that little picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
You guys can't see the picture-in-picture down there, but I can for that. I actually have the ability to to put a little picture-in-picture, I think, on here, but that's about as close as I can get. It won't, the only problem is I don't have a good spot for it. I don't want to just throw it on there and have it lock up anything on this table. You know, I'm doing my best to try to keep try to give both sets their due here as well.
Mike, you guys are doing a great thing here.
You definitely have a nice little setup in here.
Yeah,
you know,
I love the way this came out.
Oh,
Mark Manillo from Mark Anthony Home Improvement. He whipped this building up. 8 hours. Had this thing up here, and then we came in and we did all the foam and everything else that was on there. So
Well, Tim, you did a good job.
Yeah, you know.
I like the fact that 2 matches.
Minus a couple oxygen scrubbers. It's nice, man.
yeah, we had I believe we had
This yours?
yeah. I had the camera. This thing didn't burn out on me, did
So
it?
let's see.
I'd be sad if it did.
John has ball in hand.
No, that's not John. Is
It's
it?
not.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, there it
It's
goes.
John Vitale.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about John Ortiz.
There we go. Now we got a fan.
Okay, we'll watch.
I knew I was able to get the fan on here. It'd be nice and cool. Be able to keep you guys a little cooler in
All
here.
right, Bob. You need a sweater?
No, I'm fine.
We'll head over real quick here right after John makes this. Right after John makes this one ball, we'll head over back to the main table real quick to check out possible run up by Ryan. He's going to go up 8-2. I always got to cycle back when it gets close to the end of the rack so that I can update the score for Ryan because I don't have a scoreboard out there to keep an eye on it. So I'm basing it pretty much on what I'm seeing. So, what have you been up to, Tommy? Seeing you around here and there, been popping in and out. What's
Nothing much.
what's life
You
for
know what?
Tommy been like lately?
Since the pandemic, all I do is work and go home and work some more. I haven't. I wasn't on any quarantines. You know, I was
Yeah.
essential.
Yeah, I didn't get quarantined either. The
Yeah.
only
Or
quarantine
not-
I spent was before I got the job that I was at.
Yeah, but I don't play. I don't play pool much. I didn't forget how to play. I mean, I don't know how I would play, but I still love the game.
Yeah.
And the people that I've met through it, and it's just I'll always be around the game.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
can never get away. Even if you stop, you can't really get away from it. It's like, you're still going to watch it. You're still going to be around the same areas as well.
You
So
know, I would like to play again. It's just
Everybody comes back eventually.
yeah. It's more of an environment thing, though.
I hear Bobby Hunt's giving lessons on how to play one pocket.
No.
Yeah, he said he'll start you out. He said he'll start you out spotting 9-7. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
He said, just it's like 50 a rack, right? Something like
I'll
that.
tell you, I've been on him Tommy about 50 times. I think I lost once.
Really?
He didn't need any lessons. I saw him bet his Cadillac one time on a match.
Seriously?
Allegedly.
All right,
I was
all
there,
right.
I was there.
All right, let's hear it. What's the story with that?
He put his car up, and I had 400 at a bet.
Really?
He put his car in. He played good till his tip popped off.
Oh no!
I had the guy
Ty, he had the
11
guy-
to
I think it was like 10.
Yeah.
You need like 10-2. His tip popped off. Of course, Tommy didn't have a shafts with him, an extra. The guy started playing good, and Tommy's borrowed everybody's cue in the room. And the only reason we won, the other guy made a bad shot and left Tommy like a 2-9 dead.
Oh.
Or we would have lost that
listen.
set.
The 9 was hanging so deep. If you moved it a little too hard, it might have fell in.
Look at
But
this jump shot.
He is
Nice
not
shot.
kidding.
Essay.
Yeah, that's beautiful. He is not kidding when he tells you, I tried everyone's
Everybody's
shaft
stick.
in that room that would fit that cue. And
Act like
it was
it.
about 7 or 8 shafts until I just
didn't
switched
work.
sticks.
Instant replay.
Yeah, I tried. That one didn't work. Oops, that was the wrong ball.
Really,
Oh,
that,
well,
that
go
dead
to.
shot, nice shot. Oh, I thought it
Oh,
did.
you just barely missed that.
That
I meant
did-
to go back to table 4 there, not table 8. Oh,
That's
great.
more- this was
John's
more-
in a pickle here.
This one's more competitive.
Or Greg's in a pickle, should I say? Yeah, this game's a little bit closer, unfortunately. Oh, this is you're gonna see something here if he makes this. Oh, he just plays the safe.
John Vitale back in the, had to be the 80s. He came in Milford Rec one day. He just got out of the service, and he was playing really good.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get people to play in Milford Rec. And so I tried to make a game with him, and I offered him some weight. He took it. I said, what do you want to play for? He says, $25. I said, you're in Milford Rec. We don't play that cheap here. Nobody played $25. Even the guy behind the counter bet $1,000, and he was terrible. Remember Gary? He was terrible.
Yeah,
And he
I
bet
mean,
1,000 like it was
You
nothing.
know, like
I think he was stealing from the machines.
I don't like to say that compare the old with the new, the young with the old,
It's
the
different.
past with the this, but
Pool's
I'm
different.
telling you, people would not believe how Connecticut pool was
There were always road
in the
players.
past.
Oh yeah.
There was so much going on. It died like 2000 maybe.
Yeah, right about the major adoption of the internet. once people got figured out, it was
You can't sneak around like you used to.
it was hard to
Look
hard
at
to stay
this.
Look how
quiet.
bad he hit that ball.
He hit that well.
You know,
Ryan on the other table, even though you guys can't see it, Ryan on the other table is actually on the run out too to go up 8-2. He just made a phenomenal shot on the 8-ball that I wish I could have shown you at the same time. How about that?
Oh, he landed perfect.
Yeah, John Ortiz. That was a good shot for John Ortiz. So John's going to go 8-3 here. I'm going to update the score as soon as we get back over to that rack. We're going to see what's happening with Greg here on this shot. He needs to make this in the side.
That's a real nice picture.
Yeah. 1080p cameras, they go a long way.
And I think this blue felt is just great.
Come on, Johnny, you got it there, Greg. Come on.
Is he gonna shoot?
There it is.
Nailed
Nice
it.
shot, nice shot.
Greg up 6-3 there. We're gonna go update the score for John. John clawed one back. He's 8-3 on the other table. So I'm gonna claw that back for him. Come on. There you go. I'm doing a lot for this little computer. This little computer's crying right now. It's saying, "Why are you doing this to me?" So many transitions, so many other things.
I have no idea what you're doing over there.
That's all right. I'm just hitting buttons. I'm just
Here's a star
pushing
right here.
pushing buttons.
Tim, here's a star right here. Brewster
How about
Franz.
that? Oh, Brewster Franzo, he's in the building
We
too.
can't
He
fit
wants
him
to
in.
jump
You
in.
ready to swap here?
Don't
You wanna
worry,
sit here
Brewster
for a bit?
Franzo's
No, no,
coming
I'm-
in just a little bit.
No, he's
no,
not.
I'm not.
He's not.
You're not
Come
gonna-
on, Bruce.
Take
No,
my
no, I'm
place.
not classed
It's
here.
it's peer pressure
No,
now.
no.
One of them has to
I'm
leave.
not
Hey, you.
Take my
There's
spot.
no. Hey, you and I might not even fit back here.
He's already turned the corner.
That's all right. We'll get him on a different.
He's
We'll get
a
him in a
little-
different time. He
he's a
can't
little-
run forever.
He's afraid to pull the trigger on the mic.
Me too.
You are?
Yeah, you got,
Are
a
you?
little,
They had
got a
to
little
they had to
scared. I
coach-
had to.
Coached
Well,
me in the other day.
You know what? I still got a real job, so I got to be careful. Hey, Bob.
In my generation, we didn't want people to know
No,
we
it was,
were good players.
This was all. Let me just tell you.
Nobody
To
would've
become a
played on
good
the
pool
screen.
player back in the day, you didn't just go to YouTube and punch a thing in, and up comes Darren Appleton
Yeah.
showing you every drill on planet Earth, and you can practice that in your basement.
Yeah.
And become. Look, it's not going to get you adjusted to human beings, to playing another person,
Correct.
to being in an environment with humans watching and this, that, and the other thing. But you can get playing some pretty good pool and learning a good amount of the basics just from these videos.
learning the drills.
Now, when I started, you had to go find a guy like Bobby or like Larry or one of the better players and just hope that they would play you real cheap. And cheap back then was a couple $100
Yeah,
a set for them.
Yeah, I got lucky when I was.
I wouldn't play $50 pool.
No.
I got lucky when I was in Louisiana. I had the opportunity to play cheap for a while with the late Scotty Townsend.
Yeah.
Before he passed away, I knew him before he had a
Yeah.
motorcycle accident. That's what killed
Yeah.
him.
He was a real good
And
player.
he was what a
Plus-
phenomenal player. He can't not tell you how many hours I spent plastered to my seat watching that guy run racks. I mean,
And this
even
wasn't
now
long
he's still,
ago, right?
No, this was 2-3
Yeah,
years
so that
ago.
goes to show you that down there in the jukebox, Thriller
Yeah.
is still the #1 hit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they're like 10 years behind, man.
in some spots, yeah.
No,
Scotty was wearing a necklace of gator teeth.
you know.
He still was.
That's
He
why-
still
Yeah.
was.
You know?
I swear that was his favorite apparel. That and that Crocodile
But that's-
Dundee
And
hat
he
that he
always had
wore
the-
when he
he had
came
the,
in.
But that's the beauty of it
Oh
down
my
there.
God, he
you
was
know?
rough. He was
It pulls
It's like
down
going
there.
back in a time
It's like
machine.
we used to have it up here.
You know.
He was phenomenal. The room they played in was called Arena Billiards, and the thing I loved about it, I swear, it gave me a vision for a pool room. That it was. Everything was elevated seating. The bar
Oh,
was
I
the
love
bar
it.
was elevated. It
Looking
wasn't very
down.
elevated. It was only
Doesn't have-
nothing more than 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, that's great.
But every single thing, all the rails were sitting on the corner. You had 4 ways in. You go down 1 set of steps, down 1 set, and 1 set. Every single table in the place was down in that lower square. There were about 16. They were all bar boxes. There were 4 9-foot tables, usually reserved for people playing either 9-ball or 1 pocket. Really, a lot of people were playing 1 pocket down there. Weren't very good at it, but they did what they could. And you know, there were 4 9-foot, so all diamonds, 16 8-foot diamond, 7-foot diamond tables, and in the back of it, when they renovated the place, they also put a two-stair bleacher setup on there. So it really looked like an elevated arena, and I thought it was the coolest thing. You know, even just for like local play. You know, the only people that were allowed there during tournaments, the players were the only ones down allowed in there, other than the waitresses, and everybody else had to be there. Mm-hmm.
He broke up all the problems in one shot.
Yeah.
Very nice. I've always liked sitting up, looking down on the table.
It's always. I think it's the better way to go. You have to have elevated
believe,
sections for the spectators.
You get a better view of everything.
Two of my favorite spots was West End Billiards.
West End Billiards.
It was in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you walked into this place. There was an arcade here. The thing, it was almost like Southington, walking into Southington, like that
Yeah.
arcade style. And then you went through a soundproof door, and there was this skinny bridged platform where the tables were on the side. So you're looking down, and you can only sit on this platform. Unless you're playing, you can't be down below this
Wow.
bridge. That bridge led to a stairwell that went upstairs, and then they
There
had
were
bleachers
4 or 6 more upstairs.
Yeah.
with 6 or 8 more better, tighter tables, and they had some really good pro tournaments
That was
there.
a nice
One
one.
pocket,
Real nice.
and then
Oh, wow, you missed that. I can't
wow.
believe you missed that. Wow, that's surprising.
and then Chelmsford. Dave
That was-
Kahuna had a
that was
it
nice
was
one.
like half a Yankee Stadium seating in there.
Yeah.
It was beautiful in there.
I never saw any pictures for Chelmsford. I've heard a
I
lot
have
about
some.
Chelmsford.
I
nice
have
room.
some. I'll get him and I
Yeah.
have for his tournaments he would take a picture of everyone in them seats and then send out a big laminated. I have those at home, like a big laminated picture. Oh yeah. Look at John Ortiz creeping back.
Yeah, he's trying to claw his way back into the set. Look at that. I believe the next rack here. I don't know if the 2 players are on a break. I see John rack in there, so looks like he managed to drop in another rack here. John Ortiz is going to get to 8-4. So he's still down 4 racks. Ryan needs 3 to his 7.
I still think back to a few racks back when John just gave him the 7, 8, 9. How big that turned out to be.
Yeah, that was huge.
The guy didn't have Ryan didn't have to get out.
No, that wasn't a
wasn't that. It
gimme.
was
He
spread,
still
yeah.
had to do some work.
Yeah.
You know, frustration. If this goes hill, frustration might be what cost him the set.
I'd be thinking about that too.
You know.
Yeah, I mean John went in the side pocket a few times too. I mean they've both had their turns of mistakes where if they lose they're going to remember.
Oh yeah.
I'm tracking on 5-5 here. I don't know why I goofed that one up. My apologies. So we're looking at even set over here, just judging by the score on both sides. Not 56-5. Tim, type. So this is a pretty competitive matchup over here. Greg and John are going back and forth. As far as I know, I'd like to double check to make sure that the players, I'm relying again on the players to update their scores properly. So the hope is that score is updated properly. Even if it isn't at this point, I don't know if they'll be able to figure out a way to dispute that it was, but I'll update as needed. Again, 8-4. John on the other table taking off the rack.
Nice shot.
This John here just made a phenomenal bank shot right there. That was a really good play. Let's see again if we can get this one to actually go up on the instant replay. I'm gonna see if that comes up. No instant replay there, huh? I need to double check and see what's going on with this. Sorry to pull you guys away from the stream like that, but I just need to double check and make sure that this is going the way that it should. Judging to me, I don't know if we actually. Yeah, we're connected. It should be good. All right. I don't know why that's not working. I'll fix the instant replay for something else. My apologies.
It would have been fun to get Bruce Neal to hear his comments.
I mean
Yeah.
you know what? At some point he'll get in here.
Oh, for sure.
I'll
All
make
right,
him
we're
come
back
in.
on the action.
Yeah.
Ryan
I don't know if
Cullen,
anyone
John
can
Ortiz,
make
ball
him
game.
come in here. I don't know if anyone can make him do anything. I'll try to, sweet talk him in here.
Schmooze him a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, Tommy, you can do that.
yeah.
How about this? Tight quarters.
Hmm.
Needs to make the 3. I think he's going to have to use the 6 here
Maybe.
as a helper. Either that or he's going to have to play a pretty safe here.
He's looking to play position for the side.
Is that the 4 ball?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the 4 ball right there too. So he's got work to do on this ball.
I try
He-
to spin it in and hold it and then shoot the 4 in that up top. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
thought-
right.
I-
That's
He's looking to play that
Just
four on the
let it
side.
spin in there, Cuba bump into it.
he wants to go to the side there. That's a good shot.
It didn't look right. It wasn't
He
right.
might. I'm gonna go to the overhead here. He might
Bank
might
this
elect to
ball?
bank this ball.
Yeah.
I mean, judging by the way he's
From this angle, it looks like it's makeable.
he just
Played
played
safe.
Played safe.
Yeah, he had a nice little
know
area
what?
to go
Here
to
comes
there.
a jump
These little
shot.
hoppity sticks.
They sure
This
made
is,
the game change.
You know what? There's a lot of space in between.
But these jump cues now.
That's
are
what I mean.
amazing, yeah.
You got to really get them tight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta. If you don't hook him,
Yeah.
froze to the ball, he's got a
watch-
chance to at least get over it. John, of
And
course.
John's a good jumper because he always hooks himself.
Oof.
See?
Wow!
What did I tell
What
ya?
a shot!
Yeah,
Wow.
but I'm betting he was playing it to the
Oh,
It
he
don't
played that
matter.
well.
I
Played it to
told
the
you.
other
Look, he's
corner.
hooked again. Keep it out.
Keep it out.
All right,
He's
watch.
going up
Hey,
again.
Listen, this is even money for me.
Hitting it.
This is
That's
what
it.
I'm
Look,
saying.
it's three
Look, he
rails.
didn't
It's
even
coming to
take
the
any
corner.
time. He just got down
Is
and
that
threw
track-
it out like a
is that
spear.
tracking?
It's coming to the corner.
Look,
Wow.
he
almost
hooked
made
him.
that.
Did he get away
I'm
with
telling you.
He got him stuck. He got him stuck.
You know what? I wonder if it's frozen.
Oh, if it
That's
is-
I think
huge
it-
if it's frozen.
Yeah.
yeah, that's huge if it's frozen.
John probably didn't even
He's
look.
gonna look now. He's
He
gonna look
didn't-
now.
didn't
Got
stop.
Ryan looking.
John still got his jump cue out.
John didn't spend a lot of time thinking before he shot that one.
No, he's just fired. I
You
see.
know
He's
what?
looking to check and see if it's froze now.
You know what? You could hear.
That's rough.
This is tough here because he's got to put a little weight into it to make sure he gets a rail, Bob, right?
Yeah, because if it's frozen, yeah.
Or maybe he could see
Looks
enough
like
to
he's
go
aiming
3
right.
rails and
He's
hold
aiming
it.
right at
Yes.
Oh, he went 2 rails.
Nice,
to
Look
the
at that.
Nice cue ball.
You know what?
Because the six are going to
Look at the
reverse.
spin.
Hey,
that
I
came
told
off
you
the
he left the
six.
jump cue out.
Yeah, he's still.
He the spin when this ball hit here.
I
It
saw
came
it,
off
yeah.
the 6 and went this way. I mean, not that squiggly because that would be horrendously bad for the table. You don't want to roll that gap. But look at this. He's
You
got
know
to
what?
jump again.
That was a one pocket shot right there.
Yeah.
He was taking the ball away from the pocket. Yeah, look.
Is he going to make
This is even money for John.
Getting on that 7 is going to be.
Just
Look.
To hit it.
Oh!
He jumped off the table.
We were pulling for him.
That's unfortunate.
Well,
Oh, looking at table 4, we're seeing that looks like we've got. I'd like to know who's shooting this. Tough to see who's shooting it.
Well,
But
if you can see Greg's cue, the whole cue is black. If if
that should be
helps.
Greg. Yeah.
Joan is
Yeah.
half black.
this is a tough shot here.
Oh, off the
Well-
rail? Yeah, it's always tough.
It's 5-5.
Good
Ooh,
weight.
you know what? He banked it.
He
wiped its
he
feet.
wiped his
No, he
feet.
banked it.
Yeah,
But you know what?
that was
It's
Greg. Yeah.
soft
So Greg 6
for everyone.
There we go. Greg's up 6-5.
He's got some pretty cues.
Oh,
Yeah,
tremendous.
he's. If I'm not mistaken, he's an aficionado on
Southwest.
on
Southwest.
cues.
Yeah, he's huge on Southwest. Did you get your Southwest from him?
Oh, looks like he's just trying to.
He looks like he's trying to put coins in the table. Oh, he's updating the score.
He's
know
up
what?
66-5,
So
46-5.
so they didn't. It's
There we go, 6-5.
So we're right, 6 to
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I wonder how I goofed that. I don't know how I got to 6-3. I'm curious. I'll go back and watch that and see if there was a goof there. But Ryan's down on the shot here. He's just playing a little dead weight
That
on the
don't go
7.
there.
Oh,
No,
Wow.
there was a hole
John,
there, but not where he
Where's
wanted it.
John's jump cue?
The whole
John needs to
move.
jump cue again.
The whole move 3
Poor
inches.
John, man.
I didn't. Yeah, I would have rather seen him roll
You know what?
forward anyhow.
This is a kick shot for sure. Side rail.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
go for it.
You got to kick the.
This is
bottom
you can
rail
get
first.
shape too here.
It's going right at
But
it.
see, I would follow. He looks like he's like stabbing at it. Yeah.
It looked to me like he had left English the way it died into the
Wow.
bottom rail.
Yeah, it looks like it looked as though he hit it with a little bit of punch and kind of spun it off a little bit. He might not have hit the ball squarely where he wanted it as well.
John had a tough rack though.
Yeah.
He kicks and jump shots.
This
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean,
big.
You know what? Yeah.
This is a big rack here, though. I mean, put Ryan within 2. I mean, he can run the set from here. We saw it last night. Lucas Werner playing Dave Gavrish. I think he came real close to running the set
Believe
last
it or
night.
not, he came up a little bit, just a little
Now he's
short.
Now
Yeah.
he's gonna make it look.
You may have to follow this, or just pinch it right there if he wants to.
I didn't like the way he played position. By
Follow
going
it top
forward,
left.
But he went forward. You don't ever
No,
get in
he's
line.
drawing this ball a
If he'd
little
have
bit,
If he's
just a
drawn the
pinch.
7, he would have been in line right as soon as he hit it.
Oh man,
Hit it with top
I gotta
left.
tell you, it's very hard for me to figure out watching him cue up the ball with
What he's doing.
those shafts. You
Yeah.
know, like those Revo shafts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you don't see the ferrule. There's no ferrule on the
No.
Revo. You don't always see exactly where he's cueing in on it.
And then I gotta tell you, that's a nice shot. Position is personal preference.
Yeah.
There's always different ways to go and easier ways, or the proper way. But if you were betting on me, I'd put you in the electric chair.
Yeah, Tommy.
And my position was like,
Tommy was very suspect. When you bet on Tommy, he didn't have that cue ball under control. But he won more than he lost.
It's like watching roulette.
it was exciting. If you were just watching. Hey.
Joanne Corbett, Bobby Hilton, Joe Josephson, Brandon Coley, Jim Volhar, all these people who are watching the stream. Remember, share that stream for us. We've got 49 people watching the match. See 9-4 John Ortiz right now. Also looking at 6-5 for Greg Antonakos and John Vitale. We'll get in on their game as soon as we break into this one.
Say Joey and Corbett's watching us
Yeah,
now?
Joanne Corbett
She
jumped in.
just won a real nice tournament here.
Yeah, she won the ladies Invitational.
In the final, she won 7-0.
Just so you know, Joanne, I don't know if Michelle Schroeder gave us was the one who made all of our Sharkstream shirts, which by the way are down here. They're on sale if you want to come pick them up. But she gave me a really nice little gift. She gave me a towel for my case
Oh,
for,
wow.
for the cues as well. Had it all embroidered for me, which I thought was really awesome. Thank you so much for that, Joanne. You've actually got a little gift coming from the Sharkstream Ladies Invitational. Michelle Schroeder has made her own towel for your cues that'll actually say the First Lady Sharkstream Invitational Champion on it. So, Joanne, you'll be able to get that from Michelle when she gets it finished. I'm pretty sure she's got it all finished. You just have to stop down and get it from her. So, congratulations for little extra gift on top of the money, as well.
Joey's been playing good for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I've got to know her 30 years.
And she's coming back around too. I mean, she's been.
She took some time away.
Yeah, she's the last years she's been working. She works as a nurse as well,
Yeah.
so she's been working on.
She got in the Hall of Fame a couple of years back.
Yeah, right before the pandemic. I think it was 2018. She got inducted New England
I remember her as
Billiards Hall of
I
Fame.
remember her as a young girl when I first met her.
Mm-hmm. Saw some older pictures. I was a little surprised. I was like, that's Joanne? Really? It's crazy.
Ryan's about to go on the hill here,
Yeah, it looks
potentially.
Yeah. And we've got Greg and John. We may be if this keeps up, we may be transitioning fully over to Greg and John's match not too long from now. Oh, good shot there.
Hit that nice.
We'll actually what I'll do is I think I'll just switch the camera inputs over here, just so or we'll go right over to table 4. Actually, we'll switch the camera inputs over here.
Yeah, that puts him on the hill, right?
Oh, we got that. This should if he makes this. There we go.
With his father. But
Joey,
Yeah, Joey.
Joey's been playing a
Was
little
he
bit.
not
He's just been
invited
playing.
in? Or
His
did
father's
he want to
playing.
He couldn't make it.
Okay.
He couldn't make it.
But
We actually
his
invited him.
father's playing.
Yeah.
Yep. His father will be playing. I think
Them
it's
guys,
6.
What time
I've
is
known
his
them
father
forever. They're a good group of good pair of fellas there.
As far as I know, it's either 3 or 6 o'clock for Joey.
I
or
think
for
Bob is 3.
Yeah, I think he's a 3 p.m. match.
Yeah.
He's playing. I think Mike Jackson.
Bob, that's a nice watch there. Do you play pool? Huh?
Yes.
You do?
Every once in a while.
Tommy used to always borrow I always had decent watches.
Yeah.
He'd borrow my watch. He took my BMW.
Really?
And he'd
What?
go out driving around, telling people it's his car and his watch.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Oh man.
I
that's-
tell you, I've had
The
fun.
things these kids do nowadays,
You
I
know?
tell
This
you.
was like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, I'm very happy being Tommy's friend all these years. We had a lot of fun.
Bob,
Pool
listen.
was so different when we were
I have
young.
some of my best experiences in pool with this guy here. He had a vacation home in Maine, and there was a pool room up there, Spot Shot Billiards. It was owned by
Kerry Hebert.
Hebert,
Yep.
and Bob would have all pool players at his house in Maine,
The Larry and you
and I'm
Tommy
talking
and
like
Bruce.
killers.
Yeah.
And we would go to that pool room and
I've
match
heard of
up
Kerry
every
Hebert
night.
before.
People
He
would
passed away
call
a couple
in, and from D'Angelo's Steakhouse
Yeah.
to take bets over the phone.
Tommy's playing. I'm on the phone taking side bets. We busted the whole town. You, me, Bruce. We busted the whole town.
There was
We won like 800. It
there
broke
was
the
some
whole
good
town.
play,
Racket.
there was a couple good play, like Carey played good.
Carey
There was a
played good.
guy named
TJ.
Eagle.
TJ played good.
There was a guy named Eagle. His real name is oh
I
God,
can't remember it.
he can play
Real
though.
nice kid. Played
Yeah.
really good.
I just know him as Eagle.
Yep.
I can't remember his name.
Hall is
Dave
his
Hall.
Dave Hall.
Dave Hall.
is his
He
name.
played. It was a good player, young too.
And then this was before like Deshane. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I think didn't Deshane come up in TJ's room in Waterville up
in
that way?
Waterville,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up in the in the main area. So
We used to go up there every summer. There was action and that all died. But
Yep.
Tommy always made money. I took Tommy and. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're talking about you too, Bruce.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, we
Uh-oh.
we'll get to
What's
that.
happening?
We'll get to that in a second.
Hey.
So yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Listen,
Every
I gotta-
time I hear a story from Bobby, I'm just like, man,
Well, you got to
grew up in
realize
the
that
wrong era.
Bob, you know, I don't want to give his age away,
Yeah,
but
he's not
been
a spring
around
chicken.
for a long time,
Yeah, he's
and he
not a
still
spring
has
chicken.
his brain. So, I mean, he was around like the Color of Money days when you see pool like that.
Yeah.
You know, he lived that.
So you were saying as we were going back down a trip memory lane, we had been there. It was Maine had just dried up. Yeah.
It was a great spot though in the 80s, and we had so many. There were good players, there were road players. You know, like I said, Bruce and Kenny Wellman, and just so much. But we went over to there was a little town in Biddeford. We went over there, Bruce, Kenny, and I.
Yeah.
We broke the whole town. We won $400. There was no money left in the pool room. They
At
didn't bet-
$400.
They didn't bet as high down there as we did here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But they would play. You know, Tommy. One time, Tommy and Mike Abbott showed up. I took them up there, and I took them in the pool room every day. And every day I watched over them. They were head down on $700-800. And the next one day I said, you know, I'm going to go golfing. You guys are going to stay on the beach. So I came back. They had gone to the pool without me. They got back about an hour later, flat busted,
Oh,
like
boy.
2 beaten dogs. So we went back the next day, and I gave Tommy some money to play the guy that beat us, Eagle. Tommy beat him for $150. He quit
Wow.
after they busted you guys.
Yep.
Jeez.
I got one play out of him after he beat me. You know, he beat me a half a dozen sets on the hill.
Yeah, they shot one barrel.
Yep.
One barrel. You know,
And
I-
Mike, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You know, that's the thing though. I mean, I love good pool stories from the past. Like
Yeah.
whether it be the past, whether it be from 2 weeks ago.
Ryan
I
just won.
love a good story. Ryan just won the set there, so Ryan is going to be moving on. He ends up beating John Ortiz 11-4. John Ortiz unfortunately makes an early first round exit in the Sharkstream Invitational. We're going to shift it over to table 4 now. And we're going to take a closer look at Greg Antonakis' match and John Vitale, who are going to get.
Are they like 6'5" still?
Yeah, I believe
7-5.
so. Oh, but
7-5.
it was 7-5. Yeah, 7-5 now. And he tried to play a ball. There, the 9 ball ended up going early, but he also scratched. So, ball in hand here to Greg, who is jumping on the table now. 2-9 looks a little fun to play. I don't think he'll go for it, but. The thing that I've really enjoyed about getting the Sharkstream going, getting everything going, especially now with all of the guests that we've had here, is just being able to hear the history of it. You know, I told you before when we first had you in the booth that there is not a good cataloged history of this game. It's because the game never really truly found its roots, and it's good to just be able to just catalog this. And be able to have something for the history books. I mean, who knows how long social media will be the prominent way of communication, but hopefully these videos they stick around and they're able to stick around for quite some time as well. Oh, my live video got interrupted.
Here's what was exciting that changed.
Yeah.
You have all these rating systems and
Yeah.
all these ways to like give up a man's speed.
Yeah.
Okay. In the past, you would hear about someone in a pool room, that they were betting high there, or they were a guy playing good and this and that.
Katie, we're going to lunch. Man.
Sure. And So you would just show up there, okay, and it was really hard to figure out who played what. The only way to figure it out was to
You
get
got
up and play.
People got up and
Okay, and there wasn't some machine that you could punch in, and the guy says, "Oh, well, you're this number. You know, this is how we match up." You know, it was a lot more exciting. You know, you
Yeah.
felt like a gunslinger, man, going into town. You know, and
Yep.
you walk into the pool room, no one knows you, and you don't know anyone, but you kind of, you know, got some
Kind
descriptions
of have an
of
eye.
people.
Yeah, you have an idea.
You know, now if it was a sharp pool room, they would always ask for an ID if you asked for a table to see where you were from. You know,
Yeah.
there were little tricks back in the day to try to figure out if an outsider.
Yeah.
Most time, if you could get it with their accent from down south, and normally if they were from down south, I'd let someone play them first.
Yeah.
To see,
Figure out who they were,
Right,
what
yeah.
their speed
I mean,
was.
not that I didn't
makes
have
the
my,
five.
you know, I used to play anyone and everyone that came in the pool room. It didn't matter. My motto was, you got to give them action or they'll never come back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They get, you know, they come to a
I
place
lost
that was just
probably
I was gonna say,
80,000
gonna
times
tell
doing
my-
it, but
Jerry Watson.
oh yeah,
I had played Jerry Watson up in Hartford.
Yeah.
And we played for hours, and I broke even. And I heard them talking. He and his partner, they were going down to Bridgeport to make a game to try to play somebody.
Yeah.
So I called down and told Tommy, "There's a guy coming down who plays me even. So you got to get the same weight from him as I would give you, which would have been at the time around the 6 ball."
Oh, he popped that one with some punch.
So Tommy, the guy came in the room, and Tommy got up and played him with the 8.
Yeah.
He should have had the 6. And how many thousands did you lose?
allegedly none.
But yeah, and I just finished telling him on the phone. The
That guy emptied the whole pool room
He
out
did.
for a week, and then we went and
If
got
they'd
Ginky
listened
from
to
New
me-
York to try to get it all back, and he beat him
he
too.
beat Dinky too.
Wow.
I had
That's
but Tom,
wow.
The only person that really gave him hell was Bob and Kenny Wellman
Kenny
Well,
Waldman.
Kenny could do that with anybody.
and Nicky Vlahos too.
Yeah, Nicky was a monster.
Nick the Indian.
Yeah, Nicky was a great player.
I've heard that name a few times as well. Kenny Waldman especially too.
Well, Kenny was from around here.
Yep.
He was a
Close
Stop,
to
stop,
around this
stop.
place, right? Meriden.
Stop,
Yeah,
stop,
he's-
stop.
Look,
He's got it.
he got him.
So good
No,
there.
he's hooked.
No,
Snuffed himself.
He's kicking at
was that
this
the
one.
6 behind it?
See that
Yes, it
shot
is.
right
Oh,
here,
I thought
Bob?
that was the 8 behind
This
it.
Yeah,
is
6 back
Grady
there.
Matthews
Just
would
a
call
one
this an even money kick.
Yeah.
Like he would bet even money on this kick with you here all day.
Sounds about right for Grady.
You know who I
He
thought
was a kicking champion. Guy made everything.
I thought Larry was as good a person kicking at frozen balls I've ever seen.
Yeah, Joanne said Kenny from
Meriden.
Meriden.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Sounds about right. I've heard the name. I've
Hey,
heard the
Phil
name from around
Davis.
here.
Hey, Phil, how's it going, buddy? Come on down.
He'll be here later. He played last night. I don't know if you happened to see the the comment section for the Calcutta. Of course, we held the Calcutta virtually. the war him and Lucas had over who was going to buy Lucas in the Calcutta. That went from 300 to at least 50 to 1200 in a heartbeat.
Phil played Lucas perfect.
Listen,
Perfect.
Phil should have had a
It's like an
Ringling
episode of
Brothers and
Storage
Barnum
Wars.
and Bailey outfit on, man.
He really is.
It looked like an episode of Storage Wars. It was hilarious. What a game.
Close to the side.
Oh, it'll be all right there. Looks like Greg's going to take a 3-rack lead here.
I'll tell you,
That's the thing. Does John have another one in him? He was down 3-0 to start. You know, does John have another one in him to get back to 8-8 and make it a game?
wow. You know what?
Do you know when I play again?
What's that?
You know when I play again?
That would be a question for Bobby. I don't know off the top of my head. I know it'll probably be tomorrow.
Nice win.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Probably
can
be
play
tomorrow.
right now if you give me all the breaks.
Ortiz is trying to get at me right now. See if we finish.
You got time if you want to play him. That's a fact.
Ortiz is trying to play you now.
Yeah.
He's the best. Listen, that's one thing about John. I can tell you. I said
gotta watch
some
him.
funny things about John and
Good-
this and that.
Good match,
But
right?
John's an action guy, and he will get up and play anyone. Hey, I watched him play Jason Shaw, the Ghost. He played.
Yeah.
Put it this way. John's not
What
afraid
was
to
Shaw
get up
giving
there.
up on the Ghost?
No, it started off as 9-ball. They were doing like 100 a rack,
Yeah.
and then it went to 10. And John kept adding balls. It got up to 13 balls, and Jason was breaking and running 13 balls with the
Jeez,
Ghost.
man.
And he did
Man.
probably about, 10 racks in a row, Bob?
Yes.
And he was getting position like, that was the first time I really seen him play.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was like, wow, this is watching like the next level here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen, especially I've seen him. I've gone down there quite a bit and seen him play on that torture box that him and Mario constructed. That 3 7/8 inch torture box that he plays one pocket on, and I'll tell you, I don't think I've seen Jay play on it at least 3-4 times. I don't know if I've seen Jay miss yet on that table, which is kind of unbelievable because. You look at that thing and you say to yourself, no human being in his right mind that isn't a seeker of pain would want to be on that. I mean that thing is horrendous.
I thought that was the
But
best
it
table
plays
in
good.
Connecticut.
It plays beautiful.
I think, but now that the roof fell on it, I guess made a mess of it.
Yeah, it made a mess of a lot of that.
Yeah,
Of course, US One had a very unforeseen mishap with the roof caving in there. Good thing nobody was in the room when it happened. I mean, goodness gracious, what a nightmare that would have been. I mean, I feel you got to feel for Jay. All the
Yeah.
money that he put into the
And
place
he's
to
in Europe
spruce it
now,
up, and now he's over at the Whirlpool Masters. He's got to have that in the back of his brain too.
Getting his room fixed up.
well, back to this match here.
Yeah.
This is Greg,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going, where's he going to go, upstream with this?
I think so. He's got the opportunity here to not. He doesn't really need to do much with the cue ball. He just has to have a shot. I mean, the 5's going.
And
Got 3
either
pockets.
side, if he just goes back and forth.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to
Boom,
get cute.
that's
Just make
perfect.
the ball.
Yeah,
Wow,
he hit
what a
that
shot.
perfect.
Yeah, that's nice.
He hit that beautifully. I'll tell you, you see shots like that. Just, that's how you know Greg came to play. He's looking to go deep in this thing. I mean, nobody puts up the money thinking that they're dead money. Ooh.
Butchered that shot.
Yeah,
Well.
he's not too happy with that. That'll leave an easy one for John. John's got a chance here to get to 8-6.
6.
So,
After he made that long shot on the rail, I thought it was out.
Yeah, it just, he had a funny little angle where, you can make the wrong, you can be caught up in between 2 decisions.
Yep.
And don't make any of them. You
Yeah.
know, and the one that you quickly decide on, sometimes that's what happens. Like that
it's,
shot.
It's almost like the old song Alice's Restaurant. There was a third outcome that nobody counted upon. And we was both immediately given ball in hand. Good shot there by John.
I mean, these are just like small little presents.
I think I'll just get it ready to move to 8-6 here. I think it's pretty fair that I could say he's going 8-6.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't see any issue for that. There you go, 8-6. John Vitale clawing back within 2 racks.
That was a big game.
Yeah, it's
9-5.
3-5 race. Greg needs 3, John needs 5, and we are fully on this because the previous match is over. Ryan Cullen made relatively short work of John Ortiz, 11-4, and I say that with the greatest amount of respect to John. I've seen John play a very long time. I remember the first time John, like, he came in one day. He knew that he knew that I didn't really play all that well, and he goes, you know what? He goes, I'm gonna give you. He goes, I want to practice. He goes, I'm gonna give you like the 6 out. He goes, we should play like. He goes, I should get like a game. I was playing all right at the time. I probably needed a couple of games. He goes, I want you to. He goes, I'm gonna give you the 6 out. He goes, we're gonna play. And he goes, I want to practice. I'm getting ready for a tournament. He came in and he just like he wanted to gamble cheap. It wasn't crazy, but he just wanted to give like a ridiculous spot to challenge himself. Something insane. Something he never had. He had no business giving away. And I'm pretty positive that he still beat me out of a set. I mean, he was playing really, really well
I like
that day.
that. You know what? I'll take a guy like that a day, man.
Yeah.
That wants to challenge himself.
Yeah, just wants to, exactly. Just a guy who's like he offered me the 6 out, and I was like, sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I want
right.
to play all day. He goes, I want to challenge. He goes, I know it's too much. He goes, but I want to challenge.
I like you in that game.
Yeah, I liked me in that game too. And John in the third set we traded. John in the third set we traded in the second set. He ended up winning it. And admittedly I wasn't very very gamble tough at the time. I had heart, but I just didn't have the game.
See if he'll
But
give you
the,
that game again today.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to give me that now. He might ask me for a ball, and I'll look at him and say he's crazy.
We might have to put some money in on that.
Yeah, I don't know if John's feeling that froggy today, but this will be a good shot here. You got to go all the way back, length the table,
He's strong.
get all the way back to the rail too. It's got to come all the way back to the rail.
I think those Revo shafts draw really easy.
Oh, my goodness.
You play with them.
I play with a Jacoby Black. It's still
But I
carbon,
think
but
those
carbon
carbon
is a whole new ball game.
They seem to move the ball so easy.
Yeah, it's effortless. It really is. And the thing is, it's consistent. It doesn't matter hot, cold, humid, whatever. As long as the cue is clean, you're good.
And it doesn't ding the shaft.
No.
You know,
You can beat the snot out of it. Although I will say I had that's what actually cost my cue. The when I broke the forearm on it, it fell shaft side first, and it landed tip side first,
And it broke the butt.
and it blew the pin out. Blew the pin out on the forearm. That's what Quilt did. So a little, just be careful. Don't go thinking that you can beat the snot out of the shaft and not break the cue. Because trust me, carbon don't flex, and what does flex is everything else.
yeah. I'm old school.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say that they're bad because I know a lot of people play really good with them, but I think it's all personal preference
Yeah.
and what you like, and I'm a firm believer that there's no right and wrong as long as the balls keep falling.
There is no magical. There is take it from any player either in this booth or any player that knows how to hold a cue. There is no magical wonder cure that will turn you into a world beater other than time and practice. That is it. I don't care if you shoot with a $200 cue or a $200,000 cue. It makes no difference. You are not going to be a world beater unless you put the time in.
And then here's the other thing. There is a thing is there's certain people that can only get so good at something no matter how hard they try. I'm not a believer that
Diminishing
just
returns.
anyone can grab up, because if that was the case, there'd be a million world champions and everything.
Yeah.
And I've had it with my own experience where I've started the same time as a guy, and I watched his game go above mine or mine go above them.
Yeah.
And then some people just get stuck.
I mean, my favorite instance for that was Lucas. We taught the kid how to play by 10. He started to grasp it. From 10 to 13, he really picked it up.
It's those young,
And-
the young age like that. They're a sponge, though. That's
Yeah.
like anyone that's world champions in anything. You notice how they started at like 9 or 10 years old.
When the brain could still accept the knowledge.
That's exactly right. It's why they
the-
teach language young.
The learning curve gets so much longer as you go. I mean, it's literally, it's not a bell curve. You do limit out. You do eventually fall off and make it so you just don't have the capacity to learn at the same speed anymore.
Hey, back to the action. We
Yeah.
got.
Jonah's about ready to make this
Yeah.
eight,
It's,
8-7.
Who said this wasn't going to be a game, huh?
Bob, you just snatched this back, right?
It just come back for 8 inches.
Right to where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways,
Just a
you're gonna make
pinch
it
to
anyways,
the.
as long as you don't get on the rail.
And even if he's there, you just have to just stroke it correctly. I mean, it's a slightly tougher shot, but you just stroke it and you're all
You
right.
know how many balls, just a frozen ball, you miss compared to not frozen?
Oh yeah.
It's tough. It picks up side spin by it. You don't intend.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to shoot this from here.
He's all right. He's just a little off the rail, cueing a little downward on it. Kind of straighten the angle out. Look at that. Smooth as pie.
8-7.
Yeah, you know what? That was a big
That
big
one he
game.
missed,
That
that
cut
easy-
shot up there, and
The easy one he missed.
and he fell pretty good on it. I think he was thinking of just whether he can shoot that in and pull the ball back without even touching the rail and cutting the 9,
Yeah.
or loading it up to the side rail, and he chose the side rail.
Mm-hmm. Just he just kept it simple. Didn't have to do anything with it. He had an easy angle to just come back and come across the ball. A lot of people will tell you that it's good to try to set yourself up in line with the shot so you have more room for error. But if you're only moving a little bit, all you got to do is just give yourself at least a chance to make the ball. 45-degree cut or less, for any of these guys, that's pretty much it. You may as well just give the rack away.
You're talking a different language to me. It's like hieroglyphics. Position don't even exist in my world. I take ball in hand and go for a bank.
What you guys got?
We're going to lunch. Me and Katie will be
No,
back
no,
later.
no. I'm getting out of the
Alrighty.
booth.
All right,
Listen.
you going with him? You
Yeah.
heading out? Go
You
ahead.
know what?
Jump on out if you want.
Yeah, you know what?
You
I'll be
guys been
back.
here.
I'm going to be here for a while.
Tommy,
I come-
for now, it's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you,
Hopefully
sir.
you come back
Yeah,
in. Thank
no-
you for
no
coming.
It
doubt.
wasn't an invitation. I was just,
No,
you know.
listen, you're not going anywhere with Kate.
Listen, Bruce, if we gotta tie you up with rope to bring you in here, we're gonna
That
eventually.
may happen. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Alrighty, so I've been cleared out. I believe Bobby and Tommy, they're all gonna go get some lunch. Tommy, Bobby might be coming back here.
Yeah, I'll stay. I think
We might
chicken.
have Kickin' Chicken might be dropping in too. So, we got a bunch of people that are gonna be dropping into the booth here. So, like I said, it's all gonna be there. They're all talking outside. We've got John now on the break. Made one ball. Looks like he's got a tough shot on the one, but he is now ahead, or not ahead. He's down one rack, and he's got a chance here to play a safety and just keep control of this rack. It's all about maintaining control too. You don't got to run it all out at once. Just hold control of the rack. They'll tell you. People will tell you the best. It's not just about the runouts. It's about the racks where your opponent doesn't. Yeah, it's just bringing it down table. Look at this shot.
That was a good shot.
This is gorgeous. What a pretty shot there. We'll do as well. Add a little source here. You know what I haven't added yet? I need to add the whiteboard to that. Get you going with the thickness. There we go. Got the whiteboard in on the table now too, so. There we go.
Just gotta do it again on the three. Couple balls in the way.
Yep.
Try to get to the center of the table.
Yeah, try to come up right here.
And just get to the center and let the.
Oh, he came two rails around there.
He hit that good.
Where I did, I would have just hooked myself.
He hit that good.
Yeah, he hit that really good. John's trying to make a game of it here. Go 8-8. We got ourselves a tough match right here. John's not going away. Even Joanne said it. John's definitely not going away here. So, again, you guys can enjoy. We got 37 people just because I finished with one match here. We got the 3 o'clock matches coming up as well. It's only 1:50. We got a whole day's worth of action here. So, I mean, got two great matches that are coming up later as well. We've got if I'm not mistaken, we have Del Sim and Dave Gavish. They're going to be coming up at 3 o'clock. We've also got Mike Jackson and Bob Dargis. They're going to be coming up. I get to I'll do my best to be as impartial as I can because I do have Bob Dargis in the Calcutta. He is my horse. I promise I won't treat Mike Jackson unfairly.
He snookered himself.
Yeah, he's hooked now. That's a pickle. Yeah, he's in a bit of a. I can't go to the overhead to show if it misses, but it looks as though he's going to go 1, 2, just like that. Try to kick into that. You got to be real careful not to overcut this. He overcuts this, and you could be in a bit of trouble here. Could easily go into the corner if he overcuts this ball. Bobby Hilton jumping back into the booth here, so
What an entertaining match. 8-7, huh?
yeah. John Vitale's hooked here, but he's got a
running
chance.
away with it. Then Greg missed that easy out, and John's fighting his way back.
Cliff Tyler asking you, is Chicken buying pizzas for dinner? If he is, I want some.
We could make him.
Well, Yale Billiards give all the players a free meal, so they could have some meatball subs. They could have and,
Counts for me too.
commentators too. Something to eat.
I don't know, but chicken will hit that food hard.
Yeah, he's not commentating. We'll leave him out. Just save me $100.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do here, guys?
Well, he's got a kick at it, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
gotta be
looking
careful,
at 2 rails.
'cause if if he hits it offside, either way, it's going to a cue ball's going towards a pocket.
I think you got to go
You know
one
what I mean?
rail here.
You
I
have
mean,
to go
two
one,
rails
but
is just
when he hits that ball, if he hits it, it's going towards either the corner or the side for a scratch.
one with inside.
Yeah.
Try to avoid
So
the scratch.
that's one of the difference between like Bobby Hunt and a Timmy and a Bobby. Bobby Hunt will understand the kicks a little bit better,
Yeah,
and you do more kick safes. I mean, I'm still learning, but I know the kick safes are very important.
Yeah.
You know, I used to kick a ball just to hit it. I just drove to hit it. You know, now
Do you know our whole country did that until Efren got here in Perico?
really.
This is into the 80s. We all, even the best players, you kick to hit it and hope to get lucky. And then Efren and then Perica, they changed the game. And I would watch them play, and I said, Jesus, they keep getting away with it. But then
Yeah.
you realize they're not getting away with it. They're
Right.
kicking the edges. And
Right.
now, if you watch any top player,
That's
when
what they do,
kick,
right?
yeah, even I tried. I mean, it doesn't always work, but you got to give yourself a chance.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting, you know, when you do it long enough, how you start to see, oh, I can alter this
Oh,
just
yeah.
a little bit and maybe, hit the ball the right way. But
It's funny. I did not know that Efren and Perica are the one that
They're the one
started
that
that.
they changed.
well, they were kicking champions. I mean, they kicked
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I know that.
3,
but
4,
like
5
I said,
rails.
They
you were saying
changed
back then, everybody like Larry would just kick the
we
hit
all
it.
kick to hit it.
You know,
and-
you did obviously.
And we did, and then Efren, and Perica were the first two. They changed the way we play 9-ball. You know?
Yeah.
And then now it's getting to the point where it's not just safe. I mean, it's not just kicking to hit. It's
Kicking to make
it's
it.
kicking to make, kicking to safe, kicking to stick it on a ball froze and not
Right.
leave you anything. Two rail kicks to make. I mean,
I think the 2-rail kicks are easier than 1-rail kick.
Yeah.
Usually you have much more room for error.
Did you play a lot of billiards, Bob?
No, I took it up, but the billiard players looked down on pool players because we gambled. They thought they were gentlemen and we weren't.
and it was a pure sport.
Yeah, it was, and I took it a little bit, but
No.
I
You obviously
couldn't make
hit
a,
him.
you couldn't make a living playing billiards.
Yeah, yeah.
Or pool.
All right, he's on the hill here, right?
Nope, he's got 2 games to go.
Speaking of making a living, I don't know if many of you guys know, but Bobby Hunt really hasn't had much of a career in the workforce. He made his living on this wonderful game, and that's one of the things that we're talking about because he's such a historian of the game and ambassador of the game. He's seen pretty much everything, and like I said, he's made a living off his pretty much his whole career. He's seen everything, done everything, and I'm glad you're here.
And thank you. And it was fun. I loved being a pool player.
You never worked a day in your life, right?
No, I was a mailman for a short time in the 80s. But,
Well, I
He
mean,
worked then.
I'm just saying. I'm saying when you're playing pool, you wake
Oh,
up,
yeah.
you love what you do.
I loved it.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
lose 1,000, you come back the next day, you're still good, right?
You know one of my favorite things was being a pool player? Like, say we played in West Haven. Coming home at 7, 8 in the morning and see all the people driving to work. I love that. I love knowing I was going home to go to bed.
Something else. It's something else.
But it was just fun being a pool player. But back then, around the country,
Yeah,
everything was cheap and everybody was gambling.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure you went into like just little bars with one table and played from it, just like in the Color of Money, and
Yeah, it was.
you know.
And it was changed. Well, from Connecticut now. Back then, every pool room had people who played pretty good. So everyone was playing. The bars always had somebody who wanted to play.
Yeah.
You know, now everyone's really smart or really careful. And,
Yeah.
but I think too back then it was so cheap to make a living. You know, I mean, traveling to a hotel is $15.
Yeah.
Now you can't afford
Yeah.
to book losers.
Yeah.
It's
Look
too
at this break.
expensive.
Look
Yeah.
at this break.
Very nice
3
break. Not
balls.
the
I mean,
greatest
with
shot,
the
but
two ball up top. That's the only thing you really got to worry about here. But
Well, he's got-
you know,
got a
I
good
saw a
serve.
post. I saw a post the other day. I want to hear what you guys think about this. I saw a post the other day that said everybody likes to talk about the fact that pool has passed its golden age. That pool is dying, and you know, one person said that actually we are probably in pool's golden age because you can go into any room. You know, there's hundreds of rooms around. You know, whether it be either small bar style rooms that have bar tables or big pool rooms that have 9-foot tables. You can go in. They're not in like seedy locations or random spots where you wouldn't want to bring somebody or you might feel a little unsafe. And because of that, it's kind of brought pool out there. And on top of that, we started to have increased television, things like social media, and I'm just curious. What do you think?
I
Has
think-
pool reached its golden age, or are we still on
I
the
think
way?
pool is great right
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's not great for people like me, but the leagues and tournaments and list matches, I think the game itself is doing well. What I wanted
great
out of
shot
pool,
there.
I don't think is here anymore.
Get out of the hole.
Oh.
Get out of the hole. Oh,
Unfortunate.
you were saying.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, I think the game's doing well. Look, you come in here and your night, your leagues.
I
you're
agree.
full.
APA, Bruce
yeah,
Bartlett, Connecticut is doing
well,
a fantastic job with it.
Yeah, I myself like I wanted something else out of pool.
Yep.
And what I did couldn't be done now, but I think pool itself is doing well.
And in the
I
comment
think so,
section,
too.
in the comment
7,000
section, if you have an
APA
opinion,
players
please
in
let us know.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
In the comment section, if you have an opinion on that, please let us know. I'd like to say, has pool reached its golden age?
I think it's doing great.
Yeah,
It's like I say, it just isn't what I want out of pool.
What do you think, Bobby?
I see the turnaround. I mean, I've been in the pool business for 27 years. Obviously, we're very fortunate because of the following that we have. But I mean, the quality of players I've seen in the last 5 years with the Lucases and the Phils and the Robs and the Daves, and the level has gone up, but the amateur has gone up too. Like Bob said, he comes in, and we're busy because we have leagues, and then we'll have a list match with Rob and Phil.
Yeah.
So I
I think the game is doing well.
think
I-
so too.
I actually commented on it, and I said, I said it's funny because I've heard it from both sides that pool is dead or pool's in its golden age. I actually think that we're kind of right in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that. I think
and
we're right there.
the reason I say that, Einar, thank you so much for that donation. Much appreciated to Einar Good Johnson.
Thank you, thank you.
He donated $50 to the stream right there. So thank you so much for that.
Very nice. Very nice.
He's a good. He's a good. guy.
He's a great,
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
a
great
good
guy.
guy.
What a great ambassador for pool as well.
Yeah,
We'll
he
talk
loves-
about
he loves
him
pool.
in just a moment. Actually, one of the things that I think that we're like in the reformation phase, right
Vitale
before the golden age.
trying to pull it within one.
It's gonna be
Vitale trying to pull it in with one.
And the reason that I say that is because we're at this area, where you have a lot of like old skill players, maybe the old road hustlers who have always said that pool is dead because the gamble isn't there anymore. You don't got guys that are playing for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. You can't just travel the country.
We had
and do
Lucas.
that.
We had Lucas playing for 2,000 the other night.
Yeah, but what I mean is,
I know.
What I mean is, like you can't be the hidden guy that's unknown
You can't be the
anymore.
Bobby Hunt.
Yeah, you can't. You can't be the hidden guy that goes and breaks a room for for $10,000-$12,000 without somebody knowing at least who you were.
Yeah.
No. But at the same time, we've grown, we've gotten better. The only thing that we're still missing a true bona fide pro style tour that we can work for. Of course, Matchroom is doing great things.
I think
with all
Matchroom, I think the stuff
major
that we're
events.
doing and the other stuff, and I think all that's going to come to a head.
Yeah,
And we're going to get
so
that.
I think that pool is in the middle of a great reformation.
Yeah.
It's on its way, and as long as something doesn't come to trip it up, we could truly be entering into the golden age of
Could be.
pool, soon to be pool's golden age.
What I think would be if they could come up with a movie. Like
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Pool
100%.
boomed after Color Money.
Get Tom
after the
Cruise do
Hustler.
his follow up.
Yeah, you need some- yeah.
absolutely.
But
you
Not
need-
to change subject, but here we are in the middle of the match, and
Yeah.
somebody took a break. Everybody has entitled to one break, 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's usually the guy that starts to lose a rack or two that will take the break to try to ice the guy that gets a little hot, right?
Yeah,
It's usually how it
you want to
goes.
slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, slow him
But
down a
it
little
looked
bit.
to me like John Vitale just took a break and he just got even.
Yep.
Right.
I would be one.
Or by one
I'd
game.
try
He's
to-
down one game.
Oh, I thought he just got even with
Yeah,
that.
no,
dude.
he's down by 1, 8-7.
So during that break, we'll get the opportunity to show off our great sponsors here. Of course, our amazing sponsors who sponsor the Sharkstream, and some special thanks to everybody. I did want to throw you in the special thanks section for jumping in the commentary.
There you
box.
go. See your name up
You
there,
know,
Bobby Hunt. the
Legendary
man,
pool
the
historian
man.
that you are.
Yep.
Well,
you
I do
know.
have a lot of stories.
Yes. Well, and
You
that's
got a
the
lot of
thing.
history.
You know,
That's why.
legendary historian that you are, you definitely deserve a lot of thanks for that. I want to thank a good friend of mine, Nick Riccardi, who donated our great MXL mics that we use here.
Yep.
Mark Manillo, of course, for building the booth. All of our commentary, Andy Gow, Bart Revezzi's going to be jumping into the booth later on. Bobby, of course, you're in the booth all the time with
Yep.
me, and you direct it, and everything else that we do, all the production. So thank you guys so much to all of our great sponsors who are out there, all of our new sponsors, new and old, everybody that's been with us. Oh, I jumped onto the wrong table.
Yeah, this
I'm so used to going
That's
to
all right.
table 8.
Yep.
John is just playing on table 8 now that
Is
that match is done.
Is that John Ortiz?
Yeah, that's
He's,
John
he's,
Ortiz.
he's messing around with somebody.
He just got
He
beat.
just asked Ryan if he wanted to gamble.
Yeah.
That's a pool player right
Lose
there.
11-4, short the set, double the bet, right?
Yeah.
I like Ryan in that game.
Yeah, Ryan's a strong player, man.
I like the way he plays.
Him and Garish are probably the 2 underrated players in Connecticut. They're both fantastic players, and they just seem a little
Ryan won
underrated.
just won a tournament and then he came in second in the last
Yeah,
couple. I think
absolutely.
he plays good.
Yeah, he's been on a roll lately.
He almost said no to this event. He had to twist his arm a little bit to play.
Didn't
You
he?
know?
I think that he was wasn't he feeling wasn't he having like arm issues, I think, or something like
Not
that?
sure. He
I think
wasn't
feeling,
sure he
he's
wanted
been
to play.
struggling with some rotator cuff
Oh,
issues.
that was a big miss right there.
I think he was playing safe and hit the titty.
Oh, he was trying to play.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought because there's
Yeah,
no
caught the lip.
There's no
yeah.
real-
Well, I would try to make that right the
Yeah.
position. Yeah.
there wasn't any real future in the two.
No. Well, Greg took no
Shot
time to get back up there and say, "I'll take that."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking to get to the hill, and he's going to try to do it in style. He needs to draw back here, I think. He needs to draw back, of course, right to about here, I'd say, is where he wants to be. Oh,
That
he hit
did
that
not
a little
get
too
there.
soft. That did not work the way
It
he
looked
wanted.
like he rushed a little bit. You see him; he's moving around. And,
He's running around.
He's not shooting like what Tommy was talking about. 1-2 strokes comfortable.
Yeah, he's starting to feel the pressure.
A little rush it a little bit.
I do think after your man makes a mistake, you should slow down and give him a chance to think about how he just dogged it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right,
and
absolutely right.
He rushed back to the table.
Yeah,
Right.
he's trying to get up there, stay in stroke. He's been feeling it.
He was saying it's the first time he's been out of the house in a year.
Oh, really?
That's why he was excited to come
Wow,
to the
hit
tournament.
that
What a
ball
great
with
shot,
the
though.
spin.
He's got it. He's got it. Nice shot. Nice shot. What a nice guy. Him and his wife actually brought my wife and myself a box of chocolates. How about that?
He's a great guy.
And I met him a couple times vaguely, but not like, so it's the first time we really got to
And he
hang
sells
out.
some beautiful
Nice guy.
cues.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yep. He plays with the Southwest. He really
Yeah.
likes the Southwest. He
a
obviously,
huge fan of the South.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's a great guy.
He looks like he can play too. I think he's a 676 Fargo. Do you have a Fargo, Bob?
I've never played a tournament.
Never played a tournament.
Not-
He should preface, I've never
That-
played a
all right,
tournament. He
hold
didn't
on.
win.
I'm gonna call bullcrap right now.
Never played a tournament. He didn't
In
win.
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. Okay, because
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a story. I think it was 1994 or 5, the first year Yale Billiards opened. And we were promoting. We had a great tournament. We had like 32 people. We had fantastic players like Carl Bard and Tony Vizina and Rich Jandrew. Remember Rich Jandrew was a good player back in the day. John Yale. I mean, some real strong, definitely A players.
It was an
And-
A-level tournament.
Yeah, it was an A tournament, and then Bobby Hunt comes in, and I really didn't know who he was at that point. A little bit. I heard stories. I never really met him. And who is he? Who is he? What does he do? He wins the tournament.
There was,
The
a
only
little,
time he ever played at Yale Billiards.
there was a little more to the story. I wasn't here to play the tournament. I came with a friend of mine, Joe Liberti.
Okay.
You guys were one player short of a full field. And somebody, because I was an open player,
Yep.
somebody asked if I wanted to play it. And I said to you, whoever was, probably you,
Yeah.
I'll play the tournament. You got to ask everyone if it's okay.
Yep.
And I thought what you did wrong was they had a vote in front of me if I could play.
Oh, it's
So
a-
if
yeah.
someone said no, I'm looking at the person.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you should have had me walk away, and nobody said no.
I think it's better this way. It's a better story. 20,
Yeah.
25 years.
But I played Tony Facina in the finals.
Yes, you did. What a memory this guy has. I'll tell you. I remember that match also because
Smashes everything.
I remember he
Tony was our local
local.
pro kind of. He was the
Played
guy
good.
that was the man at Yale Billiards for sure for a while.
He was a good player.
So yeah.
I remember what I won.
Yeah.
I won $333.
Nice.
And it was like 212 in the Calcutta.
Nice. That's awesome.
But
So-
I really didn't think you should have done the vote in front of me.
Yeah.
You should have said, but it worked out nicely.
I'm living and learning. I'm still living and learning.
good.
and
27
Well, you
years
guys
later.
are just open. I mean,
Yeah.
you were still new.
I mean, Timmy and I are doing the Sharkstream. We got 2 cameras going, and we're learning.
Oh, I think that's-
It's going good, but we're still learning. We don't have it all figured out yet by any
I
means.
think
So
I think this stuff is great.
yeah,
I can't get over how great the picture is. And
I know.
this is great.
I mean, Greg called me. We had 14 people because a couple of people couldn't make it. Phil, and I can't remember the last person that
We
couldn't
had
make
Ryan
it.
McCreesh.
Ryan McCreesh, the last
early.
minute backed out.
Oh yeah, I thought he was playing.
He backed out, so Greg messaged me, goes, "Hey, do you have an opening in that spot?" I said, "Not yet." And then Ryan McCreesh backed out. I said, "Hey, I got a spot." He was,
Oh.
and that's awesome for pool. The guy's a good player. Everybody likes him. He wanted to play. He didn't bark at the money, so I'll play the 200
Yeah.
place. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, and
And he loves
even
Oh, that's
Wow.
not fantastic.
no.
I
Look at the two ball. Oh, he got a little further. I thought for a second the two ball was going to slow
What's
up.
he doing, Bob? What's he doing
Well,
here?
if the one goes up there, I would play it. If it doesn't go in that corner pocket,
It
I'd be
doesn't.
shooting the one right. Try to get near
You
the
can do the
2-9
angle to me.
and leave
Yeah.
the cue ball right behind the red ball. With-
The three ball.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the three ball.
if you
yeah.
can't. Now, if the one goes entirely, I try to run out.
It could
But
be a
if
nice-
it's back, and if that pocket's top left, right pocket's blocked, then I wouldn't try it because you got such an easy safe. And
With
you
the
can
two
get it-
balls there, and
yeah,
the two
and,
balls on
and
the
if
other
you
end.
didn't like the way they're laying, you're gonna have an easy shot on a putting one too.
There could be a nice two rail
See, this is,
safety here.
if he's gonna shoot this, I think looks like he's looking to shoot it.
A good friend of mine, Phil Davis, always said to get somebody on three, you got to get that lucky
Yeah.
one. He just got the lucky one, so now he could.
Yeah,
He could.
Now he needs to do the rest with the other two.
it must go because he's
looking at it
He's
close.
looking at it, so it must go.
If he hits it though, he's got to put some juice on this
I've
too.
known-
I mean,
I've
you're
known him
stretching
since he was
you're
about
stretching the
16.
table. You got to feather
That's
the
why I
eight.
don't like
know
it.
if I like the shot like that.
And if I'm gonna shoot it, I don't want to shoot it from straight in. I want to shoot it and go off the long rail and bounce back out to the middle for the two.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I mean. If it doesn't go in that pocket, then
he's
I
got
go.
it. He's got a helper. He's got a helper here with the three ball. He could actually hit this with a little angle and hit the
He
three
could.
ball and then draw straight back off the three.
It must go if he's shooting it.
Yeah, he's gonna fire. He's gonna fire it with some spin too.
Well, let's find out. He's down by 3 games, so
Yeah, I'd be careful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't terrible.
Wow.
That was not terrible.
Yeah.
The problem, the way he did it, by going too far, now he's got to worry about bumping into those balls. The
Yep.
way I was saying, he'd come off the rail here. You're going at the two ball,
I think
Right.
the way you get
so
away
you
from
can't get in trouble.
the way you
Right.
get away from those now is you have to play this. You got to play this with a little bit of spin
And
here,
now he has an issue with that ball.
like
near-
high inside to avoid the 7.
and then
come
now
straight
that
out.
makes the shot tougher now
Oh, yeah.
with the inside. That's why I liked it the other way. You
And,
take
and,
away
and
bumping
that's the
into
difference
ball.
between you and most of us amateurs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we want to just get to the next ball
To hope
and
yeah.
not and complete the run out.
You
You know,
might be
and-
able to just draw this without the 5. I mean, judging
You
by
might
the
be-
way he's queuing.
If you do that, then you kind of worry about the side being a little bit of a problem. And the angle,
see,
the
yeah.
angle, even if he missed that, the angle he would have been coming in on the next ball would have been tough to him make that.
Get back and to go to the next ball.
He's going across lines instead of
So,
going.
so when this situation comes up when you're playing, do you tend to say, all right, I'm just going to rough it out, and make the tough shots, or at some point you think I'm going to try to play it safe in the next couple balls before I start making too many
Before
balls?
I even shoot a ball, I look for the problems.
Yeah.
And if I can't find a way to solve them, then I look for the safe
Yeah.
to solve the problem.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, see, he went from a ball in hand, within 2 shots, he's in trouble.
Yep.
This should never.
And I agree with what you said earlier, that when he drew that ball back, anytime you got to draw straight back,
Straight.
it's so hard to control
Correct,
it.
I mean, you
So
go-
you need the rail with the spin to,
You-
to
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
yeah, you know, when you draw it straight back, is the
It
control
really-
is so
it
hard to
is.
control it within a couple inches, you know?
It's
If you
hard.
use the rails, it's much easier.
It is, and would you just put new felt on this table, or was it on the rail?
A little while ago. And I-
Because these tables draw really easy.
Oh,
See, hit the
But
8
this
ball
all
on the
goes-
way by.
This all goes back to the ball in hand, how
Yep.
he misplayed.
right, right.
Now he's in a pickle.
Yeah.
But each,
So he's gonna listen and he's gonna call you because he knows you.
Oh, you're
and
gonna call him
say
all the
you're right.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
call me all the
can you
time.
can you phone a friend?
In fact, if
Does
I-
that work? Does that work in this tournament?
Yeah,
Did we make
time
that
out
a
for your
rule?
cake.
Phone
I'm
a
gonna call
friend?
Bobby Hunt on the shot.
He gets 30 seconds. We'll get AT&T
You know,
on the line.
Whenever he plays on a live stream, he calls me to have him watch. Bob, I'm playing. He likes when I watch.
Nice.
But I was already here today.
Yep.
But he's a great guy. I've known him since he was a kid.
You know, I think you know almost everybody in this event.
Pretty much, because I'm
Pretty much.
so much older than everybody.
Yeah, yeah. We got young Lucas who's 19. You got, hey Terry.
Oh my God.
Hey.
What's up, Terry?
It's a little warm. We got the
Oh,
fan
we got the
going.
fan going on in here. It's good.
Just sitting here, I don't feel hot. Right?
Not too bad.
No,
Not too
nice.
bad.
Looks good, man.
Thanks.
I had it on every kind of device that I could think of.
All
I
right.
had it playing on Roku.
That's my father, Terry. He's giving us compliments. He says we're playing on YouTube and the Roku, and you know we're trying to get it for everybody to see.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing better than John Vitale is right now on the track. That's what I'm thinking.
And he caused this problem.
Yeah,
himself.
he did, and he's gonna think about it, and before he listens, he's gonna know. He probably
See,
should have played a
now
little different.
He's got a. This is where I would say the difference in kicking now and years ago. The easy kick would be off that rail near the side
short rail?
and hit it. but
It-
there's no real future.
it looks like- it
I'd be
looks-
coming this way.
You make it.
Well,
kick
and
point's
and if,
here,
you,
so
if
he's
as
gotta
long as you
here.
hit the right side of that 7 ball,
To keep the cue ball down.
the cue
this
ball's
way.
coming this way, so you have almost a built-in safe.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing you can do, well, it's
So,
kinda
so you're saying in the 1970s there was no
We
way
would-
they were going that rail. They were going the other
we were
rail.
going to
100%.
hit it hard.
I'm going to hit it,
Yeah.
whack it, something
Yeah.
goes in.
But
you
you
left
watch
ball in
the
hand
good
there.
players now, and I think 2 rail kicks are easier than 1 rail. 1 rail kicks, it seems like I have a small target. For some reason, the 2 kind of expands it.
It really does.
I always go
agree
in
too.
2 if I have a choice.
I agree too.
I prefer
And
a
then-
2-rail kick when it's
I think
close
so.
to the rail
And
because
I-
you have the option. If you miss it right, if you miss it bad, you get 1 rail and still hit it that way too.
Like kicking here, your table 8 kicks different to table 4.
Yes,
Now
definitely.
that'll show up on a 1 rail kick.
Right.
The 2 rail kick, it really doesn't show up as much, I think.
Right. I
So
know
that-
what you're saying. Yeah, no, absolutely. I get it. All right. Looks like Greg's going to finish this off. I don't see any issue here. I think draw this and play the 8 ball in the same pocket, or draw it and get in the corner,
Yeah.
or slow roll it in the side. That
Yeah,
works.
I think this is going to be curtains for Mr. Vitale. Good that he showed up, but not the result that he wanted.
Oh, so we might have 2 matches in the books. We had some good commentating already. We're going to go out and get something to eat. Get ready for the next match.
Wait a minute.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
That's called the commentator's curse,
yeah,
Bobby.
It's not done yet. Oh my God, Greg.
Oh,
Wow.
Greg.
Oh,
Greg.
God.
That's their-
I wouldn't even made him shoot the last 2.
Oh, you're in a pickle now.
How did he not do that?
Oh, come on.
10-9,
Come on,
that-
experienced guy like you know they're shooting it. You never
yeah,
know.
It's the last back. I got to fire.
I'm thinking. Well, it depends how upset I was when I happened.
They want to keep us going, man. They want to keep us going. I love this stuff. This is what makes this exciting, you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough on them right now.
Yeah. How about the person that just turned it off and said it's over is going to click back on and Vitale could take the win here and say,
10-9.
see, I played that 2 ball right, Bob. Or 1 ball,
You're
whatever
right.
it was.
No, you're right. He won the rack.
Alrighty, so just I mentioned before, we were talking about it, but I did want to mention I wanted to thank Anar before for the $50 donation that he donated to us.
Yep.
Great ambassador for the game. He just I remember when we had Efren Reyes down at Shooters Billiards. He brought him over
Yep.
to have a match with Jeremy Sosa. They had a really great time there. Of course, Anar put up a good chunk of cash to get Efren there to play. So again, he also had a really good YouTube series where he was doing during the quarantine. He was doing virtual challenges.
Wow.
They were with different drill sets. He would do 5 sets of drills, and he would do it for 3 different skill levels. It was like amateur, like open level, and pro level. He was getting pros like Thorsten Holman. He was getting guys.
I believe it. We were
guys
bored
like
out of
that.
our mind.
Yeah.
You know, we
He was
wanted to
getting
do something.
Pros like Thorsten Holman
we
to
were.
do his drill series and stuff like that. I did one, and I think I ended up getting like 3rd. I didn't end up winning it, but they were like $50 giveaways. Absolutely no entry. Anybody could join in.
Nice.
All they had to do was record it and send
That's
the
great
live
stuff.
stream to
Thank you
them.
for that. Doing that for
So,
pool. That's great. That's the stuff we love doing. We're-
Yeah.
Ainer's
know.
good for pool.
Yes, I mean
He
it's
really-
great for
he
pool.
really
I mean,
loves the game.
we got the $500 sponsor for the winner of this. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Stuff, and he just donated us, and we're going to put that to a good cause.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you do a lot of drills, Bobby, when you were practicing a lot? No, you were just kind of
I
go
just-
out and player.
You know what? I know I talk about. The
And I know
past a
that
lot.
I talked to both ends over the years, the pros, and I think it's probably close to 50-50. Some
did,
are adamant
like
for
Carlos
drills.
Vieira was a good player. He had drills.
Phenomenal
But
player.
my thoughts were, there was so much action back in the 70s and 80s. Every time you left the house, you were playing somebody for money.
Yeah.
So that's how I looked at it. As far as drills, but now I still love throwing the balls on the table and just running balls at home.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the quarantine. If I didn't have a pool table, I don't know how I would have got through that.
Look at this.
Yeah, but how do you practice one pocket by yourself?
You can't. I have never learned how to. Because I've tried it. And a lot of people I've talked to.
I can imagine.
And after you're about your 3rd turn, everyone tells me the same. They forgot what pocket.
Yeah.
So I had a good one pocket player tell me
That's
once.
funny.
There it is!
Oh,
It's
what
in!
a shot!
That would possibly be the match right there. I don't know if he actually called that. Did he
I
call
don't
it?
think so. Because
He did not.
He didn't call it!
Nobody's shaking anybody's hand.
Wow.
Oh,
He-
I was looking at it too. I go, it's there.
Yeah.
Circled it up.
that must be the. Can he hit the 2?
Oh my goodness.
They made the 2 ball.
Man. But is this the one he's after now?
Yeah, the 2 balls right there.
So
Yeah,
how
he's
can
hooked
he-
on the 2.
Can he hit it?
How sick is that? That could have been the set. All he had to do was call the ball.
It looks like he can. Looks like he
Oh,
can make
you
it.
can
the
see
way
it.
it's
Shooting,
up.
yeah, he's shooting right at it.
Even then, wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
He tries to make it.
watch out, cue ball.
He's all right.
All right, now we got some action.
Wow.
Greg, he's
think-
fired up right now.
I think that's why he shot. He's fired up
Yeah, he is. Because he
What
knows I
happened?
could have won the match
Yes.
already if I just called the 9.
because almost any player would have not done that bank shot.
Absolutely.
But he hit
And
it
for whatever
beautiful.
reason, he just. And that's the one thing about calling the 9, which is a little different that Yale Billiards does do because of our list and this tournament. It's a little different. So
Yeah,
you
it just
do have
takes
to
it
think.
takes a little bit of the luck factor out of it too. You know, if you know it's there, call it.
Wow.
You deserve to get rewarded for it.
I hate those combos. That was.
I hate
You
any
hate all
kind of-
combos.
I do. That's what I said. That was a great shot. I envy that shot.
That was a really good shot.
Not to pick on Lucas Verna, but he's one that makes those mistakes. When he'll play call 10, and he won't call the 10 in the pocket, and the opponent will call him on it.
Yep.
And because he's just,
Because he didn't say anything.
yeah,
He's quick.
he's just,
He's quick to fire.
yeah, he just doesn't pay attention.
Doesn't think it through.
All right, Greg, going for the finish.
He said, "You know what?" Greg was probably sitting there going, "I don't
Body
need
jumped up,
to
you
call."
see?
Yeah, he looks a little jumpy, right?
He did. He jumped into that shot.
He's
He's
got
like,
his
I
wife
don't-
here watching. He's got the live stream. He
Yeah.
could
And
be a
like
little-
he said, it's the first time he's been out of the house in a year.
yeah, he's a little.
I
You
bet
can
his,
tell.
his heart's pumping.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know it is.
You know, it's funny. I saw a group that had a heart rate monitor tied to the players. Sometimes a Euro Tour tournament that had like a heart rate tied, like they
Yeah.
put a little thing on them and they had it on the stream. It's funny when you get in these situations, and the heart rate goes like $130, $135. You know.
Right. All
See
right,
it.
here we
Greg
go. Here we
Antonakis for
go.
the win.
Let's see what happens.
There it is.
Oh, nice job. Good
Well,
job.
you.
Good
Won 2
job.
racks and 1.
He would have been kicking himself because he
Oh,
missed
yeah.
the 8 and then he didn't call the 9 ball. What
Go
nice
hill
finish.
hill after that. That would have been
Nice
gross.
finish. So
Alrighty.
we're going to take a break. We're going to get something to eat. Again, we want to thank Timmy Levine, of course, and Bobby Hunt. Thank you very much for joining us.
Got all our
I
sponsors
enjoyed
here
it.
that we want to thank for all the great things that they do for pool. Right after we get done thanking our sponsors here, we're going to shut the stream off
The
for a
next
little
one's at
bit.
3,
The next match
Yeah,
is at
half
3
an hour,
p.m.
40 minutes.
3 p.m. Our next 2 matches, just so you guys know who's coming up.
Good
we
ones.
have- yes,
Good ones.
Yes, Mike Jackson and Bob Dargis are going to be playing. Del Sim and Dave Gavrish. We'll go out there and we'll make the
Very
draw for what table's going to be what. And we'll let you guys know as soon as we get on where the matches are located. So again, thank you guys so much for joining the Sharkstream. Tune in at 3 o'clock. We got the next round.